Right along, motherfuckers.
Turn up the headphones a little bit, Wally. Fuck it, yeah. I keep this shit fundamental, grab the hell six wing. Right before I tear this Henny bottle up and spark the green. Young niggas all across the globe just trying to get some green. Focus up and stay persistent, this shit closer than you think. Protect my energy, I never let them intervene. We all gon' get shit bustin' when it's time to play the scene. But we need way more execution when it's time to follow dreams. So I gotta execute, cause this shit closer than you think.
Pokemon what?
Pokemon X and Y. Well, Pokemon Y and Pokemon Omega Ruby.
Okay.
The remake of Pokemon Ruby.
I might as well go smoke a cigarette and let you two talk about it because this kid knows all his.
Dude,
Pokemon.
I spent the first half of coronavirus just playing Pokemon every day.
Yeah, I tried to set you up with some shit.
Yeah, I know, but I'm too scared to download shit, dog. Like
I can fucking. It's not that scary.
I'm like, nah, I'm cool. It's like downloading LimeWire again, bro. Like I don't want to do that shit.
I've already got all the files though. I shared raw files that are on my computer with you. Like they're not
raw files.
Yeah.
Meaning, what does that mean?
It's just like it's a file. It's not like an installation. There's nothing. It's just it's like a picture. It's like sharing a picture basically. Okay. So it's not like there's no virus attached to it because it's not even a program.
To download a game?
I thought she sent me downloads, yo. Like
I sent him a Google Drive. So like just things I had. I did also send you to the website of PokeMMO, which is like a multi-million person.
See, I'm not this deep into that shit, dog. So I'm just like,
it's literally, it's
You're
just
deeper than you think.
It's just Pokemon, but it allows you to play all the Pokemon generations 1 through 5. It's like,
oh, okay. It's
it's not like an MMO, you know.
So
multi.
In terms of Tony Hawk Pro Skater, it would be like I could. There's no disc, right?
No,
okay.
It's on your
So
phone
I'd be able
or
to
it's
play
on your
all
computer.
The versions. First Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. I could switch in between. That's cool.
Would you ever play
Except
it?
it's updated and it's like improved too, because they take basically the file of the game and then through their software they have this method of like removing basically unnecessary shit so that it's basically an improved version of Pokemon games. Because you know there's like you got to learn how to catch a Pokemon for the fucking 5th time.
Yeah.
And they make you do it, and you can't skip it. It skips that.
This is the equivalent of like us talking sports on the podcast.
I know.
You know? Like it's just like.
Did you
look? You talk fucking sports, and I'm always lost, and I hate it. And now I'm on the podcast, and I'm gonna fucking talk about Pokemon and talk about fucking video games and all those motherfuckers, all the Knicks of the world. What? I'm gonna be fucking confused.
All the what's of the world? I'll just play.
No.
Well, welcome to the Ride Along podcast with 2 A's. We talk Pokemon, we talk sports, we talk that bullshit like we always do. It's we have a wonderful guest, a couple of them. Let's see, what can I say about Michele Harte? She's a comedian.
Allegedly,
so people say. Yeah, came through, I guess. I don't know. What's because you weren't doing comedy that long, yo. So I was
doing comedy like 6 months.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I don't really got shit for you. I'm sorry.
I do bits that people laugh at and I don't know why. That's basically it.
I mean, shit.
Like I press an air horn for 30 seconds and people laugh at that every fucking time and I don't know why.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the comic with the air horn app on her phone when she go up on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Michele Harte.
What up?
We also got Nick Kelley in the building. Y'all know who the fuck he is.
What's up?
Who are you again?
I do the same. I spin plates and sometimes I do an air horn. Sometimes I juggle actually.
You actually bought a shirt that says legalize marinara, dog. You a fucking lame.
Bro, you're lame, bro.
I bought a shirt that says Coca-Cola on it. That's also pretty lame.
That's kind of lame too. Like, you kind of supporting the man.
Yeah.
And we trying to fight against the man right now, but you know what I'm saying? It's all good, bro.
I'd have stolen it if there were protests going on, but I don't know. You're not supposed to steal stuff if you're white, apparently. And I get that.
Yeah, it's hard for white people out
I just want to know what, like, can I just get like a Legos?
Mm-hmm.
Like one Lego
Legos?
set. One Lego set. That's all I want.
That's the lamest shit you could snatch,
I think it's the most like neutral shit you could steal. Like it's not like you're being like a whole like I'm gonna steal a TV or something. It's like they're like
don't care.
This target's
care
but it's not about the justice system.
And steal one Lego. they're gonna prosecute.
I'm
you
talking
the
about
same.
like they're raiding a target, they're looting a target, and it's like I think it's like the white people say like white people, if you're looting shit, you're just taking advantage of the situation. That's fucked up.
Sure.
But what if I just want to get one Lego, like the Lego Mewtwo,
One
to go back to
Lego.
Pokemon,
right.
the Lego
gonna
set,
make-
the box.
You know, like you
like-
gonna get a Pikachu Lego set, and that's,
Yeah.
and that's what you just looted. You just wasted your free yo.
I'm gonna have a mascot. I'm gonna have all that shit.
I'm gonna go in there.
You think
and
I
get-
haven't stole? I used to steal from Target. I used to steal video games
Mm-hmm.
and crack them open and take the disc and then sell it at the GameStop next door.
Dude, I feel like someone else was telling me about doing that.
I think it was.
Or
no,
it was on a
no.
different podcast. I feel like.
I think I was listening to a podcast. It was with the guy Gad Holland, maybe.
Yeah.
And he talked about working at Target. People would steal shit, and I was listening to that, and I was like, I was
So
one of
wait,
those
you
people.
crack
Like,
open the at
I would
Target?
no,
you
I
do
would
it in
take the game.
bathroom?
I would steal the game and put
Okay.
it in the back of my pants.
Okay.
Walk out of the store, and then like just like basically open up the plastic because that
Right.
you can't trade it in if it's
2 hours
new.
after.
So
it
I
took
would
you 2
I would
hours
take
to
it
do
to like we would be like, oh, let's go to GameStop. And we'd be like, why don't we just go to this GameStop?
Yeah.
I'll give you like $2 for gas, and then I'll trade in the game, and I get like
Nice.
$10.
So you were bumming a ride while stealing? That's come on.
How you gonna steal?
Hold on,
Like,
I
I
was-
had your
hey,
own
can
ride.
you give me
bro.
a ride? I gotta go snatch.
No, we were hanging
hurry up,
out.
Puzzle piece.
Hey,
We were
hurry up,
hanging
G.
out, and while we were hanging out, I was stealing shit. Like I was like, I might as well take advantage of the
Okay.
opportunity,
Dude,
right?
wasn't
Like
nobody
enough.
following y'all around. You
this
were
is
fucking
I gotta
testosterone,
make a
Michelle. This
stop
is
real quick.
this is well before transition. This is when I was super fucked up,
For
like
sure. So you do take what like
estrogen.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that affect you like right away?
So it didn't. Like I
It's
basically
not like
just
you
like
don't shoot it up and all of a sudden you're like
It's not like
No,
steroids. You're
it's
like,
like-
"Rah!"
it's
see
kind
a
of the
mouse
opposite.
and you're like, "Eek,"
it's
and
like
you
you're
jump
like
on a
oh,
chair.
you're like like you like you get more cryy and like teary at stuff. Like I just like dogs. I just don't like.
and you're like, give me that testosterone back.
No, I wasn't. It was great. I was
Yeah.
like
You
because.
felt good.
Because testosterone, I the way I compare, I did it on stage. Is like it's like the difference between like taking Adderall and then injecting meth into your eye. Like it's fucking
Wait, which one's the meth?
testosterone is the fucking
Okay.
meth.
Into your eye.
It's fucking insane. And look, I gotta say something. Like sometimes it was pretty dope. Like sometimes it's like I could fucking kill a human like without like
Yeah.
physically. I just like rip apart any. It's like that moment in your head where you're like,
Yeah.
I'm a fucking savage, and
Yeah.
that's kind of cool sometimes. But it's like, it's not that practical. And when you hate the rest of the experience, like the few little positive things don't help that
So
much.
estrogen, do you get like that over the counter, or like is that like
You have
gotta,
to get it prescribed and stuff.
there ain't no over-the-counter estrogen.
I
bro.
mean,
I don't think is there.
no, I don't think. I mean,
Seems
other
like
than
something
like
that could
soy, I
change
guess,
your-
right? This,
soy.
yeah.
Yeah.
You never heard about soy boys? You know the whole fucking.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, is
So people used to say like, oh, if you're drinking like soy milk, it makes you a bitch. like, like, but like they tried
like,
to
"But I
like,
got that
like they
estrogen,
would
nigga."
say that forever, and then it was like they tried to make science behind it because apparently there's like phytoestrogen
Mm-hmm.
in soy. But the dumb thing is like, so like milk would have like phytoestrogen, which makes you feminine, but like regular milk has estrogen in it.
Yeah.
It comes from girl cows. So they give them estrogen to make their tits all fat, right? So it's like it doesn't even make any
Maybe
like
that's
it's
my
more
problem.
you get more estrogen from regular milk. Yeah.
yeah.
That's so
So like, okay, so let me ask you this. Okay, for the listeners that don't know, Michelle is trans.
I'm a transgender woman.
Okay, trans woman, and so let me ask you this. So I take dexamethasone, right? That's
Okay.
for my legs, right? And like, is there? Let's see. Like when you take Advil, it gets rid of the headache, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you take estrogen, is that something you got to just stay on that forever? Is there like I got there?
tolerance.
Yeah, is there like a
No.
I got there point?
As long as your body will produce testosterone, you have to be on it basically.
So pretty much, if you want to take estrogen, you got to take this damn near for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I want to have the same levels of estrogen.
Does
It's-
tolerance
I mean,
go up?
No.
There's
That's
no
good.
tolerance?
That's fucking good.
No.
kinda-
You never
Because
see
it's
no
just it's like
estrogen
your
junkies
body
on the street.
like once it
Yo,
makes
let me get one hit.
Can I?
Let me get one hit. I'm feeling.
Let me get a
stupid.
couple more progesterone pills, man. Just a couple hundred milligrams, man.
Yo, I almost beat
Fucking-
somebody's ass. I need that.
Man, my dick rolled over last night. I needed to not work at all, fucking as much as you can.
It's funny because like if you're withdrawing from like a controlled substance, like you actually kind of have almost too much testosterone as a result of withdrawing or like needing a drug. Like a crack addict or a heroin addict is fucking like they'll do anything. They'll fucking there's
Like you're
like
saying
savagery.
the withdrawal is just as bad as the
Being on
being
testosterone.
it.
Yeah, like,
Do you withdraw?
Withdrawal is like a hyper. It's toxic masculinity almost in a way. Like,
I could see that. I mean,
you just.
I feel like I already
Withdrawals are toxic masculinity.
I already have toxic masculinity still, guys. I still call so many people faggots. I think like I brought cookies.
Pass, though.
I brought cookies to but not the way I use it. Like I brought cookies to the Independent, and they were like in a tray, and like fucking. Can I say a name and it won't get judged?
Go
All
ahead.
the people here fucking. It was Jason Brent, and he was trying to open it and struggling, and I was just like, I just opened it and said fucking faggot, and then he was like, I was trying to make it so it wouldn't make noise, and I was like, sure, bud. Sure you were. Let's
Like when
fucking
you're trying to open
have
a
a cookie,
bag of
bitch.
chips.
Jason
Like,
ass
fucking-
was probably bending his knees trying to fucking open.
he was
that
really
bitch.
fucking like it looked like he was putting effort into it, so he
Use your
couldn't have been
legs.
trying to like do it quietly, and I was just like crack like.
So do you have? So if you didn't take estrogen, would you withdraw from that shit?
I think if you don't have hormones, it's bad, and when you
Wait, when you
reverse
don't
your
everybody-
hormones.
What do you mean you don't have hormones?
like your body is supposed to have sex hormones. When you have low testosterone or low estrogen, it changes the way your body functions, usually for the worse.
Yeah.
And when you have no hormones, you get like emotionally and physically just drained in general. Because your hormones are the building blocks of they're basically the foreman of the construction site of your body. They tell all the parts of your body what to do. So if you don't have estrogen or testosterone and it's all low, it fucks you up for a while. And if you invert them, if you stop taking estrogen, you'll go back to having testosterone really quickly, and that's really bad for you too, because your brain isn't ready for it. And when I started estrogen, I actually started on a really high dose right away. Usually they ease you into it.
Give me that double dose.
They just
Give me
fucking
that shit,
they
nigga.
put me
Give me
on
a
like
double
the
shot.
3-month in dose on the first day, and I was like,
Oh shit.
yeah, and I was like, I don't know if this is a good idea, but I don't fucking care. And I took it and it was fine, and I was like, I think that's proof I'm a woman.
So
Like
how
fucking,
is-
if my reaction to getting this much estrogen is just going with the flow instead of sobbing, that's like
So how old were you?
this is natural,
when this was all
basically, so-
going down.
this started in July of last year, so I've been on estrogen for a year
You know,
almost.
estrogen for the year, and so you just called your primary care physician. And it was just
I had to go to a special therapist for gender stuff, so that I could get
They have a specialized therapist for that.
yeah, gender therapy it's a thing. I go to Ann Arbor. I had to talk to a guy who was kind of a dick, and he was like, I was like, here, go to see this doctor, which is also in Ann Arbor, so I have to drive an hour anytime I want to see that doctor. But it was kind of the best way, because that's basically how I would have gotten on a really fucking high dose of estrogen right away. Because a lot of trans women have struggle trying to just get to the next step in hormones. Because you start on there's spironolactone, gets rid of testosterone, estradiol, which ups one type of estrogen, and then progesterone,
So wait, there's something
which puts
first that gets rid of the testosterone.
yeah, it's an
And then-
anti-androgen.
Okay, and then second.
And then
is-
estradiol, which is basic estrogen, which
Okay.
amps, just that
Building-
just
the
puts
building
regular
blocks.
estrogen in there, and then progesterone, which usually is
that heavy.
more
that
of a,
heavy
that's the
girl
heavy shit. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
That's the I'm gonna grow titties
that's
tonight
the
shit.
yeah,
Start
that's
listening to
like
Nora Jones that
that's
night.
the B cups in 3 months shit. That's the
Yeah.
Avril Lavigne shit. That's the
Yeah.
fucking
Hell yeah.
I'm listening to so much Avril Lavigne right now. I've just been fucking
That's
gotta
that's
get
a side effect they don't tell you about.
yeah. I think that's not a side effect. That's
No.
why you gotta go and make things so
It's a
complicated.
great song. But yeah, so
Also, Avril Lavigne's a fucking piece of shit. If you listen to the lyrics of her songs, she's kind of like there's a song called What the Hell where she's like, I know I kissed and made out with your friend, but I want to have fun. And it's
What the hell?
why
What
not?
the
It's like,
hell?
what the
Yeah.
fuck, Avril?
fucked your
I just
husband,
fucked your bestie, but whatever,
whatever. Fuck it.
I know we've been together for years, but I don't want to. I don't want to be a good girl anymore. And it's like, Avril, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I bought that CD. I can't lie.
That's
when
yeah.
I was a kid.
That's the fucking
I was
2011.
right when I was
CD
a
or something.
skater boy. She came
Yeah.
out with that
Oh.
skater boy song, and I was like, "Yep."
Oh, how
It's
the
about
fuck?
me.
How fucking
Avril
old are
Lavigne
you?
is just
Avril.
epitome of 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, just
Green Day is up there too. Well, they were
Green Day.
early 90s,
They
late
were-
90s,
yeah.
and then in the 2000s they were kind of a big thing because they had American Idiot and all that
Yep.
shit.
They Green Day they were like the Outcast fucking came out with Hey Ya, and they introduced a bunch of white people to
Yeah.
Outcast, and Green Day I think still stuck with the white people, but
Yeah,
but the American Idiot got me into them, and
Yeah,
then I
that's-
looked back into their catalog, and they were been doing it forever. Yeah.
Yeah, their oldest shit is obviously it's kind of just the general the old shit's the best. I started listening to Green Day again because I've been playing Tony Hawk,
Yeah.
American Wasteland again, going back
You've been
to
using your MMOs and fucking.
no, I've been using my original Xbox.
Yeah.
I have so many game consoles. Let's list them off real quick. Original Xbox, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 3. No, I don't have a 360 anymore. So I have and Nintendo DS. So I have a lot, and I have my phone obviously and computer. Which, yeah, I have a lot of games.
I'm trying to get that Switch, dog.
Get one. It's a hell
So
of an investment.
I'm about to start busting niggas' ass on Super Smash Brothers like I used to.
Oh, I should have brought my Switch.
you
We could have we
should've,
could have
bro.
fucking smashed after this.
So you take the estrogen. You started doing that about a year ago. Was there a reason why you waited till just 2019 or?
So I didn't really know that I was transgender because I didn't know that like if you wanted to be a girl,
You could
that,
just
that
be
was
one.
that you could do that. I didn't know that was a fucking thing.
Shout out to America.
And when I first heard about it, like all the conversation around that was like you're a freak, basically. So when I was like 15 was the first time I genuinely thought like, oh, I think I'm a woman on the inside, and my body's a dude body, and I don't like it. And
Can I ask you about that? Like, what was that like?
That
like,
first
that was like
realization?
that was like that first light bulb that went out. Like what? Like how did you know? Like
it was
goddamn.
more of like a culmination of things. Like I've always hated like having a penis since I was like 6, and the first time I got like a boner, I was like, I fucking hate this thing. Like, why is this here? Like, this is an inconvenience
it's
in
all
every
in-
single way.
It is all in the toilet while you shitting and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And it's just like, and it just like made me
Can't
so
sleep on
deeply
your stomach and
uncomfortable.
shit.
You know.
And
Well, then tits are a problem too. But also,
no, they're nice.
they're nice.
They're nice. They you can
Until
they
your
feel
back
good when
start
you touch
hurting,
them.
motherfucker, once
These
they-
don't look at these don't make back hurt. These don't fucking.
Keep taking the estrogen. We'll see.
I mean, I don't know.
Might have some floaters.
Are those
I just-
estrogen titties or are those?
These are estrogen titties.
Okay,
These
all
are
right,
not.
For sure. Hell yeah.
These have doubled in size. They were all like half muscle when I first started
Yeah.
transitioning. I don't know if they still are, but they
That
used
shit
to.
worked.
I used to be able to bounce them, you know, fucking.
Oh shit.
I can see it still. I can see it still. Dude, I've
yeah.
never seen a girl do that.
Yeah.
What the like that
Changes
Terry
it.
Crews
Yeah.
shit where they.
Gotta always
Where you-
protect the McNuggets.
I've never seen. A
I
girl
used to do that when I
either.
would fucking cuddle. Like when I had girlfriends, I would cuddle, and their head would be on my chest, and I would do like bump, bump,
Oh, yeah.
bump, bump, and they'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with your heart?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. What's going on? What do you hear?"
So you
and they'd
had
be
a
like,
lot of
"Oh,
girlfriends before?
yeah."
Did you? So
They were my friends, and then
Well-
we ended up dating.
well, hold
so
on.
they
Well, hold
usually
on. I wanna-
expressed interest
Yeah,
for
sorry.
me.
I
and-
want to go back to that, but like where, when you because you talked about that first realization you had, like what,
Yeah.
like can you describe that? Like what was, like
So-
that, like what was like that? Oh, Gohan about to go Super Saiyan 2 moment. Where,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
yeah, so I was like working on coming like I dated a girl and I realized I was dating her. I was like, oh, I'm doing this for the social credit basically of dating a girl.
Yeah,
when
you
I was,
just-
like, 15.
yeah.
You're doing this because you want people to think you're straight, basically.
yep.
Because I wanted people to think I was straight. And I was like, oh, I'm not straight. Well, I am now, but I wasn't then because it was a guy. And if you like guys as a guy, it's not straight. So I was like, oh, I'm not straight. And I like was like, oh, I guess I makes me gay. But I was like, so what is being gay? And I was like, oh, it means. Does it mean like you want to be a woman? Because that's what I feel like. And then I would like look up stuff about gay people, and I was like, oh, that's not what gay people feel. Like they don't want to be a woman. There's something else different from me.
Yeah.
So, and that is like
what about
looked
drag?
bad
What
on.
about drag though?
I
There's
did
a lot-
want to do drag, and I want
So
like
isn't
I
there a lot of
idolized
gay
drag
men
queens,
that like to,
and
like,
I idolized like David Bowie and Little Richie because
Sure.
for my 15-year-old mind, I
what's
was
that word
like,
I'm looking
this
for?
is the closest I can be to being a woman.
androgynous. Is
Yeah.
that the right? Yeah.
Like this is all the ways I can express femininity. I'm not a woman, but this is what I can do. And then, you know, I was like, oh, but if I do that, people are going to fucking be shitty. So I hid. And yeah.
Dude, I could definitely see anybody hiding from that. That's a scary fucking, and that's quite a predicament. And I don't, if you seem comfortable talking about it, and I don't want to make it.
Yeah, as long as you guys don't fucking threaten me, like,
Dude.
I'm good. Yeah.
it would never happen.
Okay.
Threaten like
Physically threaten violence or inflict violence on me for viewing me as a member of the LGBT
Oh,
community.
come on.
That happened in the locker room when I was a freshman in high school. There were
Hey,
people
they-
being violently homophobic.
high school people are evil. I was
Yeah, I
pretty
know.
evil in high school.
I was
evil.
too. I wasn't like that really though. I was just like a piece of shit.
I think you're trying to learn your evil in high school. Bro.
Yeah,
like that's the
I'm
place
still,
to do it.
all my evil is stuck. It's all comedy
Yeah.
basically. It's just me being evil, but people like it more.
That's when you break the most laws. That's when you fucking,
I fucking
beat
wish
up
I
the
could.
most people.
Arson, favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta experience how it feels bad to make somebody feel bad.
You gotta grow out of being an evil person.
But what if it
bro,
feels
and that's-
good?
But those are the people
Then
that's
you're
fucked
sick.
up.
Yeah.
Then you're sick.
Oh, come on. Sometimes it's like there's a sense of justice in making someone feel bad, but it's usually if they're a piece of shit. So
I've
it's
never
like,
liked when somebody got picked on like overtly. You know?
oh, okay. I had
realized
one
looking
guy where I
back-
wiped green ink on his face and said, "You're Shrek now," and that made me laugh because that was a funny thing to
he
do.
was just a white guy, and you put green.
He
That's
was a
not
white
bullying.
guy.
That's not.
And yeah, well, I did stuff to him a lot, and it was
Okay,
mostly
okay. There's
it was
other
it
things.
was yeah. It was
But,
mostly just calling him like doing that and just like calling him Shrek. We just called him Shrek a lot for some reason.
No shit.
I don't remember why.
This
And
one
then I
kid
did
looked
that one
like a
day, and he
rat
punched me in the arm, and that's most
obje-
bitch place to punch someone.
in the arm.
Yeah, right there, worst place.
That's the word. Yeah,
you're
you're
a pussy if you do that, and
You're
now
a
I'm gonna
pussy.
pick on you more.
If you punch somebody in the arm, you
You deserve to be picked on. You need
yeah,
to
you
learn
don't
to fight for real.
deserve to fight.
I don't know if I agree with that.
If I punch you in the arm, I'm not trying to inflict damage at all.
Yeah, I think I
might as
laughed.
well-
I think
So
I
you
might as
guys
well,
are
like, slap your
promoting
knee.
somebody who would rather inflict damage. You're saying
Yes.
If you gonna
you're saying
punch
that
somebody,
if you
who hits
are
somebody in the arm,
if
they're
you
more
are
of a
going to
bully
commit
than the
assault,
face?
go all out. Okay?
No, I'm saying if you
Okay.
gonna punch somebody in the arm,
I'm with
It's
you on
still
that.
assault. It's
Yeah.
the same punishment as punching someone in the
Yeah.
chest or
Don't
the
just
stomach.
sexual assault, rape. If you're gonna do it, fucking do it. You know.
I mean,
there's some truth to that.
no, there's not. That
There's
one's a
not.
little different. That's not the same. Not all crimes are the same. Because the difference is assault is assault no matter where you hit the person. If you punch someone in the arm, or you punch them in the chest, or you punch them in the face, at the same speed, it's basically
So you're saying
the same
in the arm
crime.
is
It's the
the
same
most
thing.
bitch place.
So if you're punching someone in the arm, it's because
Punching-
you're a bitch.
It's because you're a bitch.
Yeah.
those are toxic masculinity right there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you need to
Fuck
put
you,
some
I'm
more
not
estrogen
gonna.
in
You
today.
need to get better.
Yeah.
Come on.
I love that phrase.
Can I borrow my estrogen from you guys? Fucking.
Yeah, hey, look.
That bootleg.
We all got something in us, son. I don't know how to shit it out, but
Yeah. So is correct me if I'm wrong. Are a lot of transgendered people originally
Transgender. Not
Trans-
transgendered.
transgender?
Yeah, it's a
what's the
adjective.
difference? What's
So transgender is an adjective, not a verb or a noun. So it's not a transgender
okay.
a
Okay.
transgender or a transgendered person. It's just a
Educate.
transgender
It
person.
almost sounds past tense. You know.
Yeah,
Anyways,
well, that's because it's like transgendered is like they
Right.
trans themselves, I guess, even though it's not a verb. But
sure.
I don't
Sure.
know.
So I'll probably fuck that up 3 more times.
I'm
Anyways,
transgendering currently, so
Okay.
doesn't that make it
When,
a verb?
when do you
again?
arrive?
no, it's not. But I'm just saying, like, if I'm not transgender.
Is it like a
I'm
recovering
transgender.
alcoholic, like somebody who's been sober for 20 years?
Yeah,
They're still in
I think so.
recovery.
I mean, it's
or
like
do you ever like reach a day where you're like, got it?
Transgender isn't the act of moving; it's the fact that you've moved, basically.
Oh, go
So,
on
like-
that. I don't go on that. I don't know what you mean.
So
The
like,
middle ground. Huh.
so it's like you are here and you got here by traveling here, as opposed to you are like an immigrant versus a native. Basically, it's like kind of like that, but it's just like that sort of.
But if you're
Now,
on your way
adjective
to that
setup.
country,
So if you're on the way to that setup, you're immigrating. So I'm transitioning,
yeah.
and I'm on the way, I guess, to whatever my completion of transition is, which is different for everyone. Like
What does your completion
entail
is there ever going to be one, or
a point where I'm done.
Or a
I
point
mean,
where
Avril
I'm
Lavigne
like,
discography.
yeah, I made
Yeah,
it. I won the Oscar of transgender.
that was a Hail Hitler, right? By the way, so
I definitely just did a hell.
you
Hitler.
just fucking
Hey,
straight
shout
up.
out to Black Lives Matter. I just did
Black
hell-
cocks matter too. Let's
Black cocks matter as well, man.
Let's not forget that.
okay. So it's usually it's you know estrogen for a certain amount of time until your body does basically as many changes as it's gonna. So basically like going through puberty, but a second time
Yeah.
and in the opposite direction.
Damn.
And yeah, it's
Overtime puberty.
double puberty.
You
It's
just
like
had
double
two
jeopardy. It's
puberties.
fucking.
That's
That's
what niggas
crazy.
sleep on. Is
I am
That's-
in
that's a-
another puberty.
that's a
I
leap right
finished
there.
puberty
Not
and
only are you
started
leaping-
another puberty.
Yeah. Not only are you leaping like socially,
Yeah.
like it's
Physically,
a leap because
it's-
you're afraid everybody's gonna like fuck with you,
yeah.
but you literally are like, oh fuck, let's go through puberty again.
Yeah.
dude. That's,
Damn, you
It's
should.
like some
so if
days
you
my
do it
tits hurt
during
way
puberty,
too much.
You're probably gonna be loopy.
No, if you do it during puberty, it replaces puberty.
Well, that's
You're
what-
basically
that's
just
what they were
taking it.
saying.
It just
It-
gets rid
it
of the
cancels.
hormones that are there and gives you the hormones of the other sex. So it's
shit.
just
And that's what they were saying. That's what
Because
I've
that's the
heard.
thing is
at
I had to
least.
do the one and then do the other. But if I did this at first, I wouldn't have had to do the first one. I would
Yeah,
have just been doing.
that's what I've heard is like if you do this at a younger age,
It just
before
it's
puberty,
basically
it
the
just
same
damn
as
near
yeah.
just kind of happens. It doesn't. It's not like because you don't have to reverse anything. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It just.
And reversing things is hard. You
Yeah.
can't reverse most things.
Yeah.
Do you
Like
think-
voice,
What do you think about that? Do you think
stature. You have to get surgery to fix most of those things because you can't shrink.
Yeah.
Your voice down back to being. You can't. It's I guess entropy. You can't undo
Yeah.
growth that way.
For sure.
damn?
So what were you gonna say,
It's almost
Nick?
like puberty is the climax of your life. Like everything changes after that. Anyways, I was gonna say, what do you think about like? Is there a certain age that you think is too young to
I would say before
Give-
puberty.
really?
Yeah, that's
So you think
because
they
I
should've-
don't think you should be
I-
giving
you sure
children
you're not just
hormones
salty that, like,
before
you
they
had to
would
go
be
through double
getting
puberty and you want
no,
everybody else to suffer
I'm
it
saying
too?
like at puberty is fine. So
Okay.
like when you
Oh.
start puberty, starting transition,
You
I
start
think is fine.
puberty when
There
you're
should be
like
a
what, like
beeper.
9?
You start puberty at like honestly at like 11 or 12.
Females start earlier.
Yes,
Yeah.
but the stuff like the major changes that happen usually happen at a later point.
But
Yeah.
so you think so that's kind
Everything
of,
that happens
so
from
every-
like 9 to 11 is really easy to undo, and then the things that start to happen from like 11 to 15 are really hard to undo because that's when you start to get a lot of your body hair. That's what, yeah. That's when you're not hot anymore.
Oh, everybody's ugly. Your ears are growing faster than
Yeah.
your nose and shit. Yeah.
Everyone, you're fucking.
So the worst time to do it is like during it's like the worst and the best time at the same time. Like it's the best time physically, but like it's not the best time to like make that decision. You think?
Well, that's the thing is you actually have to have a doctor making the decision
Yeah.
along with the parents in tandem, and they're pretty good at making the decision. Most of the kids who transition don't detransition by a pretty vast majority. And that's one of the things when people say like, oh, well, what about the kids who regret it? It's like, well, they're a minority. And you're
Just like
you're
reverse
throwing away
vasectomies.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like well, like you're
that
throwing
is-
away
yeah.
like let's say 100 kids transition successfully and enjoy it, and then like one kid detransitions.
Yeah.
Are we going to throw away the happiness of the 100 transition kids for the one kid who has to detransition? Like, are we going to protect a minority of people to hurt this like other group of people that's bigger than this group, but this group is us, so let's protect them instead of the thems, basically.
Sure. Yeah, I get what you're saying. 100%.
The they them theirs. No.
No, that's kind
There
of
was
like
a fucking non-binary person who laughed at that joke, so fuck you.
you're saying that it's not right for the entire transgender community, or can I say gendered there or no?
Transgender community. It's
Transgender.
still an adjective.
To-
It didn't change.
Transgender community.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the whole thing. It's like, what if you regret it? It's like, well, people make decisions
If-
with their life
People-
all the time.
yeah,
What if
people
I
regret
regret
Well, that's
getting
the thing
a
is
Subaru?
it's like the child regretting it is bigger because like they were a child at the time, and obviously
Yeah.
that sucks.
At what point are you
So
old enough to get peed
we
on?
want to prevent that from happening. Of course, if we said like, oh, we have a 100% foolproof way of figuring out if a child is transgender, and
Yeah.
we will be certain 100% of the time, everyone should be like, oh, then yeah, we'll do it
I don't
because we
think
know.
that'll ever happen though. There's no,
But
there's no
even if there was-
physical amount of hormones in your body that tells you if there's no such thing as technically.
Well, there's no certainty behind it, but I mean, we can just basically, it's like how kids go through phases. Usually they say like you have to be in the whole I am transitioning period for a year as a child before you can start hormones. So even if you start at like 15, you have to wait a year until
A year
16
later, there.
before
You sure?
you
All right,
can. Yes.
Stick the needle in.
So but it's like a year. How long does a fucking kid have a year-long phase?
That's pretty rare.
Very, very rare. For adults,
I like
it's
that.
6
Yeah,
months,
that
which
makes
is
sense.
still also pretty. Like it has to
Really?
cause you distress if you have dysphoria.
You
It
can
has
always
to
lie
cause
about
you
the amount of time.
distress. You can, but it's really hard to.
Yeah.
It is really hard to lie about that amount of time.
Yeah, they check
Plus,
your
there are-
Facebook and
I
shit.
shouldn't
Like,
say
no,
this.
dude, you were listening to Motley Crue
In case
last
there's
night."
a 15-year-old thinking of transitioning, there are people. There's ways you can go online, like a black market of hormones, basically, if you wanted to.
shit.
There's a black market of hormones.
Yeah, because I mean,
I said.
there's a lot of gatekeeping as well In some countries, you have to wait a year of social transition before you can medically transition, which means you basically have to be like a man in a dress for a year before you can even begin transitioning.
like boot camp.
Which is really hard to do.
right.
Yeah.
It's like the G Leagues. Yeah.
And
It's like, you sure this is gonna be tough?
Yeah, right.
the argument
You want to
is-
deal with this?
You got to play in the minors for a few
that's
years.
hilarious,
Yeah, but the argument is like they're basically like forcing you to go through hell in order to do this when they shouldn't. Like it's not
Yeah.
like you don't need to make them go through a year or 2 years
You
in
think it
some
should just be
countries.
right away.
I think it should be if it's an adult, they should be able to just say yes. Like you should have we have informed consent here. So I basically went in, gave them the thing, and they were like, "Yeah, you're probably right, and we're not just gonna make you wait because we can kind of tell." And then they just gave me all the shit right away. Cause
that's facts though. Like if
Informed consent, baby.
an
I mean,
adult human come in and say I want this, and you're on the other side saying I can provide this, then you should just fucking do it. It shouldn't be like
It's
like
strange.
who.
Well, that's
it's
the
like
thing
kinda
is
who
where
are you to
insurance
tell me-
coverage gets involved, and that's what the countries with
that is-
National Health Service sometimes have more restrictions in
It's
place for
treated
this.
as
That's true.
Is
I
it a
didn't think about
condition? Is it a condition?
Gender dysphoria is like a more medical condition, but gender dysphoria is also a natural reaction to being in the wrong body. Not only like transgender people who don't transition
Yeah, so I
experience
feel-
dysphoria, cis people who
I feel funny
transition
saying
and
is
regret
it a
it.
condition, but that's how it's treated.
Basically.
if you go into the doctor and say I can't focus, they'll give you fucking Adderall.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
But you
probably.
can't. But the whole argument is like, well, what about there are potentially trans people who don't experience dysphoria.
Yeah.
And
And
so
there's
those
potentially people who say they have Adderall who can focus.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
I'm
Who
sorry,
just
say
want-
who
yeah.
they have ADHD who can focus.
and
Yeah.
there are
But you
people.
can't prove shit like that. You
Yeah.
can't prove back pain. You know.
Well, that's the thing with transitioning is that if you are not trans, you will regret it. You will develop gender dysphoria if you develop into the wrong gender. So even if you're an adult and you start transitioning and you're cis and not trans and go through it and start to see those changes, you're going to experience dysphoria. So very likely.
I'm kind of confused.
So
I'm not
basically,
gonna lie.
like when you end up in the wrong body, you experience gender dysphoria.
For sure.
So transgender people already are in the wrong body. Cisgender people, you guys who stay, if you were to transition, you would feel the same dysphoria. So that's why I'm not really comfortable calling
so
being
if
transgender.
me and you took a bunch of estrogen pills or
yeah, you
shots or
get all
whatever,
fucked up. When you got boobs, you'd be
we'd
sad.
feel the way.
I felt before transitioning.
Correct.
So,
So, wouldn't that kind of mean that you already had low testosterone and high estrogen before?
no.
No? It's
No,
just
because
a feeling. It's a,
That's the having the testosterone that makes me develop that way. It's a brain thing, not a. They don't actually know what
it's
causes
a brain
it
versus
either.
soul type of thing.
Yeah, basically.
Interesting.
It's like if there's a soul, maybe fucking you can have a girl's soul in a guy's body. I mean, because like
Girl's hole?
a girl's soul,
Girl's
but
hole. A girl's hole.
you can have a girl's
got it
hole in a
right.
guy's
I knew
body.
what you said. I'm
I
being
wish I had
immature.
a girl's hole sometimes.
That's what a trans man is.
Trans man is
'Cause they have a
girl-
vagina.
Girl's hole.
Yeah. Okay. But I thought about like I work at UPS and I fuck up a lot, right?
Shout out to workers unions.
Yeah. But I fuck up like I move 1,000 packages an hour and I have to sort them into like 2 piles or whatever. And sometimes I fuck up and put one in one pile instead of the pile it's supposed to go in. So it's like maybe the guy making souls and putting souls in the bodies does that too.
Yeah.
Facts, yeah.
If you believe in a soul, I mean, fucking,
humans
it's
are
very
just
likely.
made in a factory. You
Yeah.
know what I
I
mean?
like that
So
analogy.
you know what I mean? I think we're kind of factory made. We're not
Yeah, we're really fucking.
fucking. That's why people look alike. That's why people, have the same mannerisms. And every now and then you get a fucking dude whose leg doesn't work because
Because the soul's fucking.
because
It's a leg not working soul.
You fell asleep at the wheel, and now my legs don't work because your
Yeah,
ass was
fucking-
fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
I'm very, like I said, man.
Just fucking stamping all day, like oh,
Just stamping all day.
doing that
one
fucking
of them-
job. You're just gonna
one
get.
of
You're
them
gonna be like,
stamps-
I accidentally
Yeah.
double stamped this page. Fuck.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily like discredit the way that you came you are who you are. You know what I mean? So like.
You're legit educating me right now. So like
You're educating
I don't
the
wanna
shit out
make
of
it
me,
seem
dude.
like it's the only thing.
I was really worried
notice
about this
you as
this-
a person, or like you
No,
know
I
what
know.
And or
It's
like,
just a lot of people don't know about it, and
No,
if
for real,
I'm
so
the only
you're-
trans
and you seem
person
to be
someone knows, or
comfortable. So I
one
have
of
a-
two. It's like me and Kai are the only two trans comedians.
You two are the only trans people I've ever met in my life.
Okay,
And
so-
that I've had, well, not even ever met, just like that I've had
Like, chilled
real
with,
interactions with. Yeah, not just not just fucking oh, there's a transgender woman or male, like, you know, we've like actually sat down and talked and and been in the
broke
same
bread.
Yeah, we broke bread, yo. So like, yeah, I understand that.
And that's the thing is like I try to answer the questions as much as I can because if it's not me, it's the next one basically. Like,
Do you get annoyed with that? Because that
I do, but
that happens
I
with
know
being black
that
too,
some
son.
other trans person.
That's why I wanted to preface it with what I just said. It's like, you know, it's not the only thing I think about you as a person, but
it's just like this is the
it
thing where
is
it's like
very
this is the very
interesting.
intriguing
Sure,
thing, and
yeah.
the thing you know the least about
Yeah.
in regards to me as a person. So
Yeah,
you're
we
like,
can't help the
curious.
fact that we don't know.
And as
like,
long as you're not being shitty, as long as you're not, so that it doesn't make you just like a fag in a dress, like
yeah,
so
we're
you're
not
not like
exploiting
that.
you. You know, what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For a good conversation, we're genuinely.
as long as
curious
it's for
and we'll
money,
crack
it's-
jokes in between.
some people would see it as that though, and that's kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's why.
Well,
some
it's
people
because a lot of the times it is like people will ask questions that seem harmless in an attempt to basically bait you into being wrong,
you
so they
see a
could
dwarf,
reaffirm their
"Hey,
bigotry.
Is it rough reaching cabinets? You know.
Yeah, it's fucking.
I was actually listening to an Opie and Anthony before.
I'm just
this.
like I'm just asking questions.
Where they
like
had
when
the-
people are like, so black people commit more crime than white people. So what's with that? And it's
Yeah.
like. That's like you're being racist, and I know what you're fucking doing. It's
Exactly.
like that.
I-
that happens
okay.
with being trans. It's
That's
like,
a good. That's a good analogy because then I have to sit there. Well, you know, actually, you know, there's redlining
and if you
know,
fuck up at all, if you mess up once in your human brain trying to explain something, then
like,
you're
"Oh,
like,
we're
oh,
all
F,
set."
and that's
That's
because
all
you're
the-
fucking wrong.
all the evidence they need.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, man,
That's-
I can agree. A lot of people ask me a lot, Nick, what's it like being white? And
Yeah.
you know,
Well, yeah, you fucking wop. What's a fucking? You're Italian. You're a fucking wok, right? A wop and a mick,
wok.
right?
Wow,
Waka
never
flocka.
heard that. Yo.
Never heard.
I just came up with it like
Walk?
just now. So fucking.
Oh man!
Michele.
All right, so I have a question that
Yeah.
I've wondered my entire life. Okay, so you felt like a girl inside,
Yeah.
right?
Whatever
What
the fuck that's
exact-
supposed to mean.
Okay, I'm glad that you're confused about it too, because I am too. Because it seems like it's relying on what people are trying to get rid of, gender
Yeah,
stereotypes.
and
Like-
some people say
like
that,
if
but
if you were more
it's
interested
not about
in a
that.
dress or
Well-
makeup or whatever is quote unquote girly,
That's not the thing, though. The thing is, the reason I feel like a woman is because I hate the maleness of my body. The
Ooh.
physical,
Oh. You hate
that
primary,
dick.
and
I've
secondary sex
Okay, I've
characteristics
never heard
associated
it-
with
I've never heard it
masculinity.
described that way.
That's and not every
interesting.
trans person has that. Sometimes it's just like a more general feeling.
Yeah.
It's not always just like being feminine because some women are masculine and some
Sure.
trans women are also masculine because trans women are basically the same as women, right?
Hmm.
So, like, I'm a fairly masculine trans
Do
woman.
you think that?
Because I call people fags and like kick stuff a lot. So fucking, I work
so
a
is
blue
that-
collar
is that-
job and I drink a beer.
That
I just transitioned from being a boy to being like not like other girls, I guess.
just a boy in a
Fucking-
girl's body. Wait, no.
I'm like you know how there are girls who are like, oh, I'm so much like a guy. I'm basically just actually that. Yeah.
I'm one of the guys.
I don't gag.
I
Fuck.
Yeah.
hate girls.
Yeah.
I only have
Other
guy
girls
friends.
are fucking cunts, and
Yeah.
I'm
Talked
awesome.
about this
Like,
before a
Yeah,
long time ago on the podcast.
Never trust a girl with a lot of guy friends. Ever.
Or just that it
Oh,
makes
fuck.
it their thing about how they
yeah,
Yeah.
how they're so much
know?
unlike other girls. It's because they're trying to fuck.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to do.
I'm also usually trying to fuck. Like,
So it's but it is a little bit of that you were attracted to the historic female traits and thing. I don't know.
Like the
yeah,
stereotypes.
but I
like,
mean, I was also just
but
as much attracted to
that's-
masculine traits. The odd thing was that I
You hated
idolized
that dick.
women who were masculine. So like my hero when I was like
Rosie
9
O'Donnell.
was Michelle Rodriguez. She was in Resident Evil. She's in Fast and Furious.
Resident-
Oh,
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
she's
yeah,
fucking.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
a
yeah.
bad bitch.
She's like the generic,
So,
like.
she's the generic bad bitch.
She's
She's
generic
fucking.
bad bitch in every movie.
She's just fucking
Some guy
tough as
hits on
fuck.
her in the first scene,
And she just
she's
crushes
all-
his nutsack,
Yeah,
and she
exactly.
just and I
Uh-huh.
just loved it. So I was like, I wanted to be her when I grew up. I was like, she's a fucking
Yeah.
amazing. It's
Sure.
one of the reasons I went with
That's
Michelle
interesting.
also.
That's
so
very interesting.
super typecast bitch, bro.
yeah, she kind of did it. Like she was like, I'm not gonna pick any roles where I'm just the girlfriend or I'm like a damsel in distress. I'm not gonna do any of that shit. I'm just
shit.
gonna do like all the roles that aren't that, and those are basically
Yeah.
the roles she's in. And that's
Ronda-
what I
Ronda
also why I
Rousey
admire.
Must get you rowdy.
I would fucking.
Come on, because that she would
She's
beat
a-
my ass.
I think
to
I
a pulp.
could probably
Don't
choke
say
you
it.
out.
Don't
I
say
could
that.
probably
No,
look, Flower
no,
Boy.
you cannot-
So look, Flower Boy. So
Listen,
So
Where do
look
you work?
Flower
Listen,
Boy.
where do you work?
I work at a floor Detroit. That's what it's called. It's called Florida Detroit. It's a flower and garden shop.
Everybody knows.
Anyways,
Where
she
do
would
I
beat
work?
You to a pulp. Where do you work?
No, I'm saying I would beat you to a pulp. She could beat me to a
Ronda
pulp and you to a
Rousey
pulp, and
will
I think I
whoop
could.
all our
I think I
ass.
could
if we're
choke
having
you out.
fun, if we're just having fun right now, let's just let it be known. I'd kill you with my
You
bare
couldn't
hands.
even.
Let's just
You fucking couldn't. How long? How many fights have you been in your life?
All she gotta do is get off that estrogen for like 2 seconds. Like,
Yeah.
Well, no, that
like,
changes.
wait.
That
You
changes
move.
shit.
You move
We
flowers.
didn't say
2
nothing
days
about
off my
getting off
estrogen,
estrogen.
I'm gonna beat
Now
your
you're
ass.
changing
nigga.
the rules of the game.
That's fucking. I mean, look, but like, what do I do for a living?
She just gonna cry.
Where do
while
I
she
work?
Beat your ass.
I
nigga.
work at UPS.
Do you?
I work at a physical job. I'm
You wear
moving
those
like.
little shorts like Kevin James and
No, I just wear leggings, and I fucking have to pick up heavy shit.
Nice.
No men helping. I mean, they could, but I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking rely on men.
So you've been delivering shit throughout the whole.
I'm not. I'm moving it into trucks. So I'm
okay,
doing it like 1 a.m. I wake up
you're
at
in
like
the
2 a.m.
warehouse.
every day. Fucking go to the warehouse.
Yeah.
Just move shit all hour. Fucking. I get a 1 10-minute break. It's like a 7-hour day usually because
You
we're
only
really
get a 10-minute
increased
break?
volume. Yeah.
Ain't y'all union, bro?
Yeah.
What's up, G?
We get a 10-minute break. I mean, it's fucking more than enough.
Dude.
The work's easy. Like it's not. I mean, it's physically demanding or whatever, but it's easy. Like all you have to do is be able to pick up at 40 pounds on average, and like as much as like 80 or 90 basically on your own. And you can ask for help if it's over 70, but no one fucking does. I'm not a fucking pussy. Like so yeah, that could probably take Nick in a fight.
So do people give you shit about like being a trans woman and at a UPS job? 'Cause that's a pretty like
No, because-
societal manly job. You know what I mean? So,
Because
like,
UPS is one of actually the best companies in regards to supporting transgender people. On the Human Rights Committee or Human Rights Campaign's website, they have a list of like the most accepting companies for LGBT people, and UPS is the #1 in shipping.
No shit.
So they're like the 100% score for every supporter.
Oh, Amazon coming for that too. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but Amazon like shitty. Like we have the union and stuff, so we have those protections, and we also have like insurance that like we have for part-time workers. Like I work part-time, other than right now, but I normally work part-time, and I get full benefits, and I get like 2 weeks vacation a year and shit like that as a part-time worker, which is very rare.
I need to go to UPS, dog.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty killer gig. The only problem is you have to work from either like 7 to 11 p.m., 11 to 4 a.m., or 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. So,
Why is that a problem?
because I have to wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Well, you chose that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's not an easy thing to do usually.
No, it isn't. Yeah.
But it's, I mean, I'd say you get used to it. You kind of don't. You just have to have more alarms. than
Here's a
one.
question: as a transgender woman, I was having this argument.
I thought you were going to say, like, as a transgender
Yeah,
woman
yeah, yeah.
yourself.
That's how I took
was
it
like,
too.
I was like, what are you telling us,
It sounded
CJ?
like you were saying, as a transgender woman, I'd like to ask you a question.
because I'm about to go through my shit too. Emily's a front, but
Ah, fuck. That reminds me of
That's
the
why I
girls
kept asking about them
dated, where I was
estrogen
like,
pills.
fucking-
Poor Emily.
I'm like, how much them estrogen pills cost, G? I'm about to nah.
Dude,
But-
there were trans women who were married to women for years, and they're repressing it, and then they're like, eventually, like, I have to come out, and like their wife has to kind of like go
Fucking
through
deal
with it. Yeah, or they can leave them. I know a lot of trans women who are like, it sucks, but I understand it. Like they married a man, and I want to be a woman now. And
That's low key fucked up almost. And it's not necessarily the trans person's fault.
It's
like,
fucked up 'cause,
imagine
like-
being married to somebody for 10 years and all of a sudden they're like, hey, by the way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Usually
like
there are
I-
signs where it's like, oh, this person is not
Yeah.
like.
So you're
there's
victim
something going
blaming.
on. So they usually understand. The wives usually understand. I'm sure husbands are way worse to deal with because women are just kind of, more understanding in general. I don't know if that's sexist to say. I know it's also right to say, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
But it's
Get
fucking.
away with that shit.
So what were you gonna ask?
I forgot.
Fuck.
I'm not gonna. Fuck. What the fuck was
Okay.
I
Can we
gonna
talk
ask?
about something other? Can we talk about comedy or something?
Yeah.
I feel bad talking about trans shit because I feel like people don't
that's
give
what
a shit.
that's what I was gonna talk about.
People
but
don't
it
give a
is
shit.
more trans shit. But so
definitely
Okay.
interesting.
but we don't have to get into.
No,
it
we're
if we
gonna
don't
get
want
into
to.
it now.
All right,
This will
for
be the
sure.
last one.
All right.
So bathrooms.
Oh fuck.
What's the deal? Nah. So I hear a lot. So obviously y'all know like with the whole like Black Lives Matter shit is going on right now and all the the movements, the social justice, the blah 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 blah. And what I've seen on like Twitter and Instagram and stuff is
Can I
like
get more coffee?
absolutely, yeah, But what I've seen on like Twitter, Instagram, and shit. I've seen a lot of like things saying like, hashtag like Black Trans Lives Matter.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, the subgroup with the highest murder rate is Black trans women.
Okay,
So-
fair, but
Subreddit.
yeah.
What?
But I was, but my thing with that was like, I was like aren't we kind of
Isn't that under the umbrella?
Yeah, aren't we kind of all on the same team? Like,
But it's
why
sort
are we
of disproportionate. That's the thing.
What do you mean?
Intersectionality. So like black people face like oppression from white people, trans people face oppression from cis people, and black trans people face oppression from like black cis people, and white people, and white cis people, and white
Sure.
trans people, and like basically all the groups
Sure.
in some way have like there's a part of that group that's bigoted against them.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Tree
have
of
to deal with
oppression.
all this shit. Yeah.
Sure, but don't.
And there's high rates of homelessness. There's a lot of.
Sure,
I don't want to get
my
too
thing
touchy.
was just like,
And I just found this out, but there is apparently a lot of like homophobia and transphobia in the black community that's like
there's a shit ton.
untalked about.
Have you never?
I
just
listened to
found
mean, I'm
this
just
out.
gonna say I just found out about it because I've known about it for
Dude,
years, but I
my
didn't want to fucking
fucking-
say anything because I don't want to be fucking stepping over toes.
Like
where
I had that,
shouldn't,
like
you
I
know?
had that joke about trans, like the trans pussies, like how this one costs blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
right? And dude, in black rooms, it does all right sometimes, but people like black people
Yes.
have not came around to like anything LGBTQ related, dude.
Yeah.
Like they have.
There was
not,
someone posting like about Black Lives. It was a TikTok, and they were like, "If you are black and you are homophobic, you can't be a part of Black Lives Matter because black gay lives are black lives, and if you don't support them for being gay, you're not supporting black lives, even if that's not the reason."
That's a fair. That's
So-
a fair assessment. Black people are super fucking homophobic, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I had a black guys be really homophobic to me in high school, and it fucked me up for a while.
which is
but-
weird because like the black gay guys are like
The gayest.
Yeah.
the gay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really.
They lean
Just
into
for
the gay.
anybody that was
They are
just
so
listening.
fucking.
They
gay.
EJ put his
lean-
fist out,
They
like-
lean
Yeah.
into that gay, bro. It's like
Because they got
More like put a fist in, right?
Yeah, there you go. No, yeah, because it's like they had the hardest experience coming out, maybe
Yeah.
Probably.
as gay, so they were just like, I'm leaning.
Oh yeah, they
I'm
lean
leaning
into it, dude.
That's one of the reasons. That's up there.
I was just trying to do a commercial for people to fucking donate, and Michelle damn near the only motherfucker that's donating.
I donated $94 in total,
See,
just to make all the people in the fucking listening feel shame that they didn't donate. I was working. I was making less than $600 a week working, while everyone else was making their fucking
Their,
unemployment $600 a week
yeah.
check, and I didn't get my stimulus check yet, so I've fucking donated on the struggle.
you wanna know how the real this shit is? I be donating to that bitch, for
What,
real.
to the
Yeah, every time I get paid, I put money into
into
the fucking GoFundMe because
To your GoFundMe?
to the same GoFundMe, bro. Like it's just
yeah,
say
so it's like
anonymous.
all a bunch of $25 donations. I'm just seeing who it is.
Yeah,
and fucking-
exactly. But
You're
it don't.
treating it like a bank account.
It's like a bank account
Why don't you just put it in the
It's
bank?
a future investment. It's fucking,
because I don't
because
know.
the bank the
might
money
go
that
and
goes
take
in
it
your
out.
bank is different.
There's
so
no
putting
GoFundMe
it
ATM.
in, yeah, putting it in your fucking like thing for that though, like it's like putting money in your
it's
E-Trade
symbolism.
account.
It's
like you
it's
can
like
take
having
it
a
out if
file
you
that
want,
says
but you
this-
have it in there and you're probably gonna.
I don't have an E-Trade account, but that's.
I do.
you?
I own like 20 stocks
Nice.
at like $8 a piece in a fucking weed company, in a Canadian weed company. So when it goes legal here, I'm probably gonna hold on to it for a while and sell it once it. Because one of the big things about this company is that they were they were partnered with an American tobacco company. So basically, when weed goes legal here, they're set up. Like they're fucking.
Yeah.
They're gonna be stocking shit. They're gonna be fucking.
Well, I
killing
still don't understand because it's legalized, right?
In Canada, yeah.
No, here.
Oh,
it's
here,
like-
but that doesn't mean a national corporation can have their name on the stock market. Basically, that's
so
that's the thing.
strange.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen eventually. There's gonna be a Budweiser of some Buddha. You know?
Oh yeah, Budweiser is just gonna buy the company, and then yeah.
They were already bought by an American tobacco company,
Oh yeah, see.
so I'm fucking set. I'm just really hyped out for.
Yeah, it's just gonna be
them for it to
Marlboro
come legal here, and then they're
weed.
just gonna fucking
It's gonna be
It's still
drop
something
that
though
weed
that they can
in our
make
stores.
you
People
not
are gonna
do.
buy, and my stock are gonna go up.
It's gonna
What?
be Newport.
It's still something that they can make you not do.
What?
marijuana, even if it's legal, because alcohol is legal. But if you get on probation for something that had nothing to do with alcohol, or if you have a case that had nothing to do with alcohol, they still have the right to test you for alcohol and weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like they just basically say, what do you like to do?
Jesus Christ.
He's good. Your dog.
Sorry, I just dropped the dog. My bad.
They basically say what. For anybody who heard that loud thump, I just dropped the dog. EJ Watson. They basically can say, what do you like to do? Oh, drink sometimes and smoke.
Oh, you're a piece
Even though
of
it's
shit.
legal, we're going to test you for it. And if you fuck up, we'll keep you in the system longer. I'm salty right now. I'm still salty.
So why are you salty?
I'm off probation, but I still
seem
think
like you
about
got
it
some
all
shit
the
on your chest, bro.
Dude, no, I'm off of it, and it was the greatest feeling ever. I
Oh,
literally.
yeah, you fucking stole money, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking...
Yeah, it was all his fault. He's a fucking
you
idiot.
fucking...
Yeah. It was all my fault for sure. And I definitely did my due diligence, going to Lakeland High School in the middle of the night, sweeping the floors of a high school, looking at the people I know that went there on the walls and the thing. Just in an empty high school, sweeping for 30 hours, doing community service because I stole $200. I tried to pay the lady back $400, dude. And
The lady that you stole from?
Yeah.
You tried to pay her back?
Yes.
So you stole 200.
200. It was more than 200. It was like 230, 209, something like that.
So what was going through your mind when you took it? So like you took it and you were just like, oh, I just came up, or were you just like, oh shit? Like,
See, here's the thing. I'm a little hypocritical right now, but I didn't need to steal it at all. I didn't need
of course
No
you
one-
didn't. No, yeah.
When the fuck does someone need it? Almost never.
it.
Almost none of the thefts.
No, come on.
People
Sometimes
need
they
it.
need it for the drug. They need it to get.
That's true, but that's not needing it. That's
That's
fucking...
not. That isn't needing it.
That's in their head.
That's
It's needing it.
Totally wanting it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
100% want.
I didn't need it.
Yeah.
And I just I went in to go to the bathroom right before I left. It was a fucking mansion. I didn't know anybody there, and I convinced myself I can get away
That
with
she
this.
didn't need it. That's what you convinced yourself.
Well, you're assuming that whoever had that purse was a girl.
I did
Oh, fuck
assume
off.
that it was a. we not about to do the gender shit right now.
Yeah.
Let's focus, nigga. Focus on why you stole $200 and went to jail.
Don't try to
with
make
your
this shit
stupid
about
ass.
me.
Okay, so-
Exactly,
so let
son. We already done covered all
You
the
want me
gender
to
shit,
focus
nigga.
on why I did it?
Yeah.
Also, I had to do 12 sessions with a counselor.
Yeah.
So they give you a list of all the places they accept the court, and I picked a Catholic. It was like something Catholic services out in. Oh yeah, and I just played the fucking God card, like, dude, I'm serious. Anyways, so they brought me there, and I met Cassandra for like an hour, 12 times, and she was like, "You're really funny. You're gonna make it as a comedian. I like you." And I was like, "You're just saying that." So I'm
Did she know you were a
comfortable.
comedian?
Yeah, we talked. I had to sit and talk to the random lady for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Is basically what happened. And she gave me some things like, "Are you impulsive? Like, is that like?" She didn't say it obnoxious like that, but she was like, basically the premise of me being there was to figure out why I did that.
Yeah.
So if you want to know, we still haven't figured it out. I thought I could get away with it, something like that.
This
I have a
nigga
mental
stole
condition.
$200.
I'm going through that with therapy right now, where it's like we have to figure out the fucking cause for some shit, you know? That's the worst shit. Because it's like, why are you like this? We have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Time to just push your memories
But I
until
think
we
the
find
act of
something.
talking about it.
Time
is-
to brute force your memory.
I honestly, I hated going there, but then I'd enjoy it when I was on my way home. I'd feel like it gave me some kind of benefit.
I'm excited for therapy. That's just the best. It's like where I learn about myself more.
Yeah. I went to a
Everyone should
therapist,
be
like
in
a
therapy.
therapist, like 3 sessions. And
Dude, I be thinking therapy is bullshit. Bro,
It
for
is
real.
not.
I'm not. I know people swear by it sometimes. I be thinking it's bullshit.
yeah.
Because that dude's or that woman, whoever the fuck, is paid to hear you out. You know what I mean? Like they're not there.
That
to-
would just get under your skin the whole
that
time.
would just get under my skin the whole time. They're literally
You're paying
there
for a service.
to hear.
It's like,
Yeah, and it's like
just keep that in mind. It really you get used to it. It's not like you think about that ever.
I think
It just feels like a
there's
conversation.
benefit.
It's like talking to your doctor, basically. To me, it's like the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
doctor don't
but
give a
I don't.
fuck.
But my doctor don't give a fuck.
No, your doctor just wants to know what's wrong with you. They wanna know,
Yeah.
where's the pain? What does it feel like? A scale of
My
1 to 10.
doctor don't even fucking know, son.
Doctors don't do shit but come in last second. Let me touch here. Look in your ear.
Dude,
You're
doctors
good.
are fucking
The
useless.
nurses
No,
are
you
the one-
tell you were supposed to tell them stuff too. You're supposed to say what's wrong with you if you have anything.
Yeah. And then they give you a sheet on you're like, I got a little pain in my back, like trap. And then they give you a little printed out sheet of
Dude, go
how to exercise your trap muscles or some
Yeah,
shit.
it was like, thanks, my nigga. Like I couldn't get this shit myself.
You
And
probably
that's the
could have.
thing,
Why the
going
fuck are you
on
going to a
with your
doctor
stomach or
for
some
that?
shit.
What?
That's not. You don't fucking go to a doctor for that.
What
You
do
don't
you-
go to a doctor to be like, hey, my shoulder is
No,
sore.
but like I'm saying during a physical.
oh yeah,
I do go to a doctor to say, hey, I think my legs aren't working,
yeah.
and fucking. And,
Dude, that's why you haven't been cured. That's all you told them.
No.
You're right though, Michelle, because like my grandpa, when he would just be extremely general about the pain in his back to the doctor. He'd be like, "It hurts. What do you want?"
Oh, that doesn't fucking.
Yeah.
You gotta be specific.
So is it a sharp or burning? He literally just didn't even get that. He was like, what?
What
And
does
then
it
they give 'em
feel
pain
like
pills.
cause the pain? Shit
Yeah.
like that.
And then just point you to the direction of a doctor who actually know what the fuck they talking about.
Yeah.
That's all they do. Oh, your shoulder hurts. Is it burning? Is it fucking
And they're friends.
sharp? And then, let me send you to the shoulder doctor, okay?
Right.
Because I don't know what the fuck I'm
Whatever
talking
the-
about.
Whatever shoulder doctor.
The thing is,
in
they
Yeah.
are supposed to have like that referral. They're supposed to understand, have a general idea of what the condition is and what like profession they need to send you to.
Also,
Yeah.
they're
Which
fucking.
is not-
If the three of us friends like we're doctors in our own right, or psychiatrist or like a behaviorist or something, I'd be like, "Ejak, I got money from this guy. You want it now too?
Yeah.
Pass it to Michelle after."
For real.
You know, they're
It's a
circle
fuck-
jerking,
They're,
and
they're,
at the
they're-
same-
yeah, they're ripping people off, dude.
Yeah.
They're fucking ripping.
No,
Okay,
it's-
some are,
there's
but-
benefit to it. I just watched The Sopranos. Believe me, I've been convinced.
What the fuck did he? Okay, I didn't watch all of The Sopranos, but
I'm lost
did
now. I haven't
therapy
seen the fucking
work?
Sopranos. You old fucks.
Just because
Stop.
you talk about killing people doesn't make it.
Better.
No, you're still out here fucking murdering people. Therapy's not working. It's just a person
That's the
paid.
best part of the show.
That's a person that's just paid to hear you out. I don't like.
That's the best
You are
part of the
paid
show.
to hear me out. That's no. I don't need you to. I don't need somebody to just. That's a yes man. That's a fucking. That's a
Dude,
paid
exactly.
yes
Why
man.
do you think I only did like the real therapy
And that's a bad
voluntarily 3 times? Is because, oh God, this is gonna sound so cocky and fucking arrogant, but like I swear to God, I'm smarter than what he was trying to do. I knew what he was trying to do.
Wait,
He'd compliment
describe.
me in certain. After I said something, and then like it was clear that he was just trying to get me to trust him. I just could see what he was doing. He was talking
Yeah,
to me.
you
I don't
figured him
want to
out.
talk to him. You
You
know,
figured him out because this is a
but there is
dude.
benefit, and I'm sure if I pushed through, I would get benefit.
It
because
also
this is-
really depends on the therapist too.
Yeah,
And what they
because this is a
specialize in,
therapist
stuff like that.
that
The
hasn't.
different forms of treatment and stuff. So
Yeah.
Because this is a therapist that studied yeah. This is a therapist that studied human interaction.
Yeah.
Okay, he hasn't had
You feel
as
like
many.
you're being tricked a little.
Yeah.
first of all,
he
you're
hasn't-
saying he get a girl
Oh,
therapist.
God damn it, Michelle. You know what I mean.
It's
All right.
fucking better. If you have a
Fucking-
he, he's not gonna fucking hit it. It's a fucking.
he, she, transgender, whatever. She, motherfucking. This is a person. The therapist. They went to school. They went to college.
Yeah.
Studied human interaction.
So what if
and
somebody
then they
gets
went
mad?
right
They
into
learn that.
physical. Got a master's human interaction, and then now they're just sitting here talking to you with what they learned in fucking school. They don't fucking have real. My fucking
People
ex.
skills.
Yeah, my fucking ex-girlfriend did this shit, dude. She didn't like you have like 2 jobs. You don't really know people.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna sit here and tell me how people think. You're gonna sit here and try to coach me on how to fucking think. And all you've done was study hard.
I'm the comedian, bitch. I'm the observer.
The comedian.
What do you do?
Comedians will make a great therapist. Comedians will
Dude.
make comedians will make a
The problem
incredible
is
therapist.
that-
They will.
No.
The problem is that most comedians are very distant, and we use humor as a coping skill to
Unsympathetic in a way.
like push
But
off
it's
the
also-
feeling that we have. So
Yes,
like some
yes.
fucked up shit happened to you. If you joke about it, you don't have to process it the real
But-
way.
but that
and actually
also-
think about it and feel it. You just fucking put it out there and you like piece away at it basically.
But that also brings honesty to it, though. Like it's like, it, like I don't know. I don't know,
Dude,
dude.
it's
I
like
just think it's weird.
meditating. They're trying to get you to meditate. Like,
What do you mean?
when you're meditating, you're looking at your thought. You're sitting there and like noticing your thoughts without reacting to them. You know, all of a sudden you're mad. Instead of being like, "Oh shit, I'm mad," just being like, "Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm mad. That's strange. That's like clouds. You know, I'm a mountain, and the clouds are floating by me, and those are my thoughts. And I just look at them objectively and don't judge them, and notice them first without judgment. That's what I understand meditating is. And they're just a lot of them. I remember the guy that I went to for 3 sessions. He was just very polite to talk to. He was a good guy to talk to.
He was a yes man.
But
he's a fucking
you're
yes
paying
man.
him $150
You're paying him.
or
Yeah,
$100
exactly.
something.
I actually pay my therapist $0. Let it be known.
Sure.
I have insurance.
Well, you're doing something.
Sure, yeah,
Oh,
you killing
so fuck it.
you killing them in the game. But I just always
Son
felt
of
like it's just
Pokemon
it's a
hacks.
fucking it's a fucking yes man, dude. Like it's just
Yeah.
dang, so
Well, they
why
can't-
do you think you feel that
They
way?
don't have to be a yes man. They kind of intervene.
It's pretty much just talking to yourself in the mirror with a guide.
Yeah.
That's you know.
But the guy sometimes
With a
tries
guide.
to guide you in some ways. They have
What'd
to,
you say?
They have to understand. Well, most
They have to
therapists-
understand how to guide you.
therapy isn't just like talking. There are specific forms of therapy used to treat specific things in a certain way.
Yeah.
It's not usually just talking. There's usually sometimes some fucking devices involved.
Yeah.
That try to get your brain to like
I feel
Stuff
like
like
this
that.
is more.
like EMDR. I'm
Yeah.
doing a terrible description of it.
like fucking electroshock.
Well, there is that. They still have electroshock therapy.
That's crazy.
It's
I mean,
not really shocking that much. I think it's like they kind of just run magnets through your head, basically.
They're sending a current through your head
Yeah.
to rearrange your brain chemistry.
Basically.
Fuck, this sounds fucked up.
My dad got
If
that
it doesn't
shit.
make you
He
wanna
said
kill yourself,
it
then
worked.
fucking-
He said it worked for like a year probably, which is just like a pill. You take a pill, and you're like severely depressed or whatever.
It has
is.
less side
If you
effects,
need
I think.
electroshock therapy, they've tried everything. They're like, all right,
Yeah.
let's just
Oh
shoot
yeah.
this
Oh yeah.
brain
It's
on
always that.
fire in his
And they're
head.
usually
Brain on your-
asking for it. They're usually at the point where they're like, "I've tried everything. I need something that might work. Let's just go to the fucking
Fuck
extreme."
it, plug them in.
And these people usually who have fucking serious like depression or anxiety or stuff that like there's no way to change it other than basically rewire the brain,
It's
shit
just
like that.
But it's temporary, just like a pill or just
Yeah.
like whatever.
Well, I mean, the more treatments you do, I think the longer it lasts.
Sure.
So
Also,
how often
the
did your
less
dad do
brain
it?
cells you probably have.
Yeah, that happens.
But
all
also,
the time
you look
anyway.
at TikTok or like
If those are the
fucking
brain
Instagram,
cells
the
that
less
make you
brain
want to
cells
kill the
have,
rest of
too.
your brain, then what the fuck does it matter?
Wait, what'd you say?
Say that
If those are the brain cells that like are suicidal and want to basically kill the rest of your brain,
Yeah,
then why
but
would
They
that's
you
can't
want to get rid of those?
isolate those.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
yeah.
It's the same thing
Yeah.
with
Fucking-
chemo. You're
Yeah.
killing the good cells, unfortunately,
Yeah.
for the sake of the bad cells.
Well, it's either kill those cells and some of the good, or all of it dies,
Kill them all.
basically.
That's a fucked up thing to think about. Is that like your
That's like
brain
how
chemistry
severe
can be like rearranged just like that, dude? That's fucking weird.
it's happening right now. We're all doing it to each other all the time.
But I'm saying no,
Dude,
I'm-
people who
but not
are
on a
depressed
dime.
just got a low
not
battery.
on
yeah.
a fucking dime, dude. That's
Not like an hour later, your brain.
yeah. Now I'm just like I can take a pill and now I'm literally a different person.
Basically, yeah.
That's fucking weird, dude. Like
All
it's,
of the person you were, it's like there's obviously a lot of people like on antidepressants who aren't depressed and all that, but there are people who fucking need to be. Like
Absolutely.
for sure.
it's beyond a condition. It is basically a chemical issue or a wiring issue, and the only way to fix it is to supplement with some other chemical that can balance it back out.
Dude, that's fucking crazy though.
You know, it's also crazy. Like,
What?
a doctor has to. You were saying some people actually need it, right?
Yeah.
That somebody gets, like a judge, a doctor gets to decide, no, this person's pretty off the wall.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Like,
but
this
there's a
is
line. There's a
different.
line.
there is.
There's, some of them he's like, I don't know. He could be fixed.
and
maybe.
and same on the
She
flip
could be
side of
fixed.
that, there's people that are good ass actors.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
like,
Ooh, it's really hard to act crazy though for a long period of time. It's
I don't
really
think it
fucking
is,
hard.
dude. I don't think it is.
It's irrational.
Have you
have to
seen
basically
Broadway plays?
change the
Yeah.
it's like changing the way your brain thinks, basically.
You can do that shit for
But
20 minutes at a doctor appointment.
But you have to do it consistently.
How
20
many
minutes
drinks
a
you
week
have
or
a day?
whatever. Fucking.
or a week. And you're like, I don't know,
I don't know,
2, 3.
about 4, 5.
Yeah,
I don't
how
know.
many people say 2, 3? Like,
2, 3.
Or how many days a week
It's
you
like
drink?
I usually just say once a month because you know what? I'm not fucking like you guys.
no. I was like, nigga, I drink
You're
all
younger.
the time, bro. But you don't
I
need
should
to know
be
that.
drinking more. I feel like I gotta drink like twice as much.
No, don't say that.
What?
I don't like how it feels like we influenced you into drinking more.
You're not even drinking right now.
No, I'm drinking coffee. I'm fucking.
I drink all the time.
Yeah, I'm aware.
All.
But like
The
when you
time.
see the doctor,
That's your vice,
When I
right?
see the
Also, fuck you
that
for
is my-
saying so you can't drink soda to Emily. She
I
can have a
could-
Coke
no,
every now and
no,
again.
Fuck that.
Why not?
No
soda's
Coke.
stupid.
Nuh-uh.
I don't get it anymore unless
There
Baja
is
Blast
no
and
nutritional
Taco Bell,
benefit.
shut up.
It's
There
a
is more
flavor
nutritional
thing.
benefit to alcohol than there is to drinking a Coke or a Sprite. or-
Alcohol is it depends on
Yeah.
how much you're drinking.
Yeah, wine. I agree with you. I don't know if there's
If
a
you
white
get
I'll
like
even
a
alcohol.
small soda,
There's
There's no
once a
benefit
week,
at all. so
like
you
a
can't-
can of soda. Like I probably drink a can of soda every week or so, and it's usually like just a soda I really like, like a specific brand and flavor of soda. So usually like Town Club or
Just
something
one
like
soda?
that. Fuck, one soda.
Do you have like a
They sell
your
craft beer
calendar?
like soda containers at a grocery
Really?
store near me because that's how white my neighborhood is. So it's fucking like I could just
have
get
a
like
nice glass
one.
Mountain Dew?
Yeah, well, no, not that. I would
No.
get something good, like Town Club. It's a Detroit brand. It's like Faygo. They have all sorts of flavors. They have obviously a regular cold that don't get its
It's
fucking
white
garbage.
Faygo.
So you think you're better
Yeah.
for drinking your pop because it's brand new? Pop is the
No,
You
it's
got
old.
that gentrified pop, dog.
Dude,
It's that
soda
fucking-
is raw is terrible. I agree. with you.
Soda
It
is the worst thing
There's-
you can put in your body. There's
doesn't
literally
even
It's
get
a
you
lot of
high.
carbs.
it doesn't
It's a
get you
lot of
high.
carbs.
It don't
It's
get
about
you
the
drunk.
flavor.
It don't fucking.
The profile of it and how it tastes, the carbonation.
It's
you know,
literally-
They're tricking
the
me.
contrast
with the
and the
commercials,
sweetness.
the Coke commercials where they're like, it goes best with the burger. When that, I'm like,
No, it
I'm
doesn't.
like, yeah, it kind of does.
It's
You know,
just a
like-
good.
No, it
it's
doesn't.
just a
It-
good tasty thing. Well, sugar makes it taste good, but there's also flavoring in it that makes it taste good and
You're
different.
not gonna.
and sometimes
You're
you can
not gonna.
taste different sodas, and
You're not gonna
kinda
act like I don't
compare.
love the taste of pop.
I just don't think that you. I think
love
you just
soda pop.
love sugar,
Yeah,
and the pop also like adds to
but
it. But I don't like sweet things at all. I like soda because of all the stuff that isn't sweet in it, and I really pay attention to that.
one
I
soda
really
a
like
year.
one soda a month or a week,
Wait, what?
basically. I drink like one soda because I like love
Like
soda.
Powerade.
No,
Yeah, vitamin
Gatorade?
water and shit.
I drink Gatorade at work just
Do you
because
buy
it's like I'm
bottles
burning
of any
so many
company's
calories.
drink?
Bottles, yeah, I buy.
Hawaiian punch.
No,
Oh, you thought you got her with that one.
Yeah.
You just thought you had the.
I thought you were talking because there's a soda flavor called Honolulu Blue Hawaiian or Honolulu Blue Cream Soda, and it's like Hawaii. So
Shut up.
that
There
cost
is
me up.
Nothing that drink does to your body that is good for you.
Yeah, but
Not
it's
a
what it
single.
does
It
to
don't
my
get
mouth.
you high.
Like, there
it
is
It's what
don't
it does to
fucking
my
get you
mouth, and the
drunk.
feeling in your throat.
No,
It's
that's
the fucking-
stop. with
Alcohol
the
is the
penises.
same.
I
thing.
didn't mean it like that.
Stop.
Wait, but alcohol is the same thing. There's not a nutritional benefit.
There's
to it.
nothing
Yes,
good about
there
alcohol.
is.
No, there is
Yes,
not.
there is.
Oh, the wine.
If you like it,
Or
if
or
you like
fine,
it.
or fine.
yeah,
At
if you
least,
drank like a human, it would.
okay, fine. I don't drink like it's good for me. I don't drink like it's good for me.
I know you don't
But-
drink like
but-
thinking that.
But alcohol at least does something. It
Yes,
gets you
I'm
drunk.
saying-
It makes you feel good.
that's what it's
Nah,
about.
but not everyone thinks it feels good.
And if you only have two or three or whatever, there's nutritional benefit to that shit. There's research on that shit.
but there's better ways to get that benefit.
Pop,
That's the thing.
fair. Pop.
Going for a
None.
nice jog.
Pop is not. I'm
Pop,
saying
Hawaiian
that's not
Punch,
the part I
nigga,
like about
Capri
it.
Sun,
It's
there is
there's the flavor.
nothing.
There's the
So you-
nostalgia
okay.
to it. You know, there's it's like
What, Coca-Cola?
no nostalgia. Well, specifically like just like
Dr.
I used we would get like a fancy soda every now and again when I was a kid. So like
A
I would
good
try
old
that.
fancy soda.
Fucking-
Where
yeah,
are you from?
someone-
The fucking backwoods.
Yeah,
we
from
got
fucking-
ourselves a
from
fancy
I'm
soda.
back in
Fancy
Savannah.
soda in there.
No, I'm fucking right.
I can fucking yeah no. It's like yeah.
What? Fancy soda like a
Well, just like things that aren't a major brand that are basically
Sure.
like a craft soda.
yeah,
So like
I know,
getting
Like
something like that.
RC.
like root beer. There's,
Fucking
a lot of, there's a lot of
No.
underground root
That's
beers.
that's the underground.
No, those are
RC.
knockoffs. That's the difference. Those are fucking. I will say the one odd like good soda is the new black cherry Kroger soda.
the new.
If you don't get
You
the-
said that
They
like
used
you
to
just
have.
dropped
They
it
had
down.
one
the
version.
mixtape.
They had one version. It's like a year or two. They like just started doing it,
Yeah,
and it's lasting, and it's really.
nice.
It's with the cane sugar or
The
whatever, which doesn't add
Kroger.
much of a difference. It's just
It feels
a feel to it.
Feels like it's more natural. The word.
it's
cane
just
sugar.
it just makes it feel like there's just something old fashioned about it, you know. It just took me so many fucking attempts to say old fashioned, fast fashion. That's fucking.
dude.
So what y'all just think about Joey Diaz, bro?
What did he do? He said he wanted to. He said he would make girls suck his dick to get a Showtime.
Yeah, he did.
That's fucking awesome.
dude. He's told
No, it's
way
fucking
worse
horrible.
stories.
Yeah, I know. It's,
Dude,
he kidnapped a guy and went
They
to
about to
fucking
come-
prison.
I would
He's
say
fucking,
Joe Rogan is more cancelable than Joey Diaz.
Yeah,
You
Joey
cannot
Diaz, you
do
can't
it.
because he's
Joey
just a
Diaz
piece of
is
shit.
already,
Like he's just a kind
Joe
of
Rogan be saying the N word on his podcast.
Not
and shit.
anymore. He stopped
But
and
he
like
done done it a bunch of.
he's done. He did.
he's
He
done
would say
enough
it like
times
I don't
to-
know what's wrong with saying, and then he would just say the word hard R.
You can
all the fucking
he was
time.
talking about the technicality.
Shout out, you can say the N word on this podcast.
I'm not going to.
He was
You
talking about
already
the
know.
technicality of it, like he was explaining the word like in a stand up set. I think if you explain it that much beforehand, and you're like, I'm saying the word that everybody knows. Okay, it's just a sound out of the mouth. It's not necessary.
Well, that's the thing. Like there are words with the whole word in it.
Wait, what?
Vinegar. The stuff you put in
Vinegar.
salad dressing.
Uh,
There's a lot of Japanese. Like the Japanese word for run is just
Exactly.
the N word with a U at the end.
The linguistics
what's the
of
word?
it. You're
This
technically
doesn't
it.
count. I'm saying
Michele,
run
did-
in Japanese. Nigeru.
There's Nicaragua.
Yeah, well, it's Nika.
That's Nicaragua.
Okay. That's,
that's the water ones.
I watch too much anime, so I just like
Yeah.
I'm just listening to sounds that I don't understand really. So like that's how you just like, oh, what the fuck? Like that's this word. Like I'll listen to like something they'll say like there's like a word like Michigan, and then I'm like, they're talking about Michigan. Look at that, fucking.
Yeah. I've always thought that
You could
I've
really
said
throw
this joke
people off
before.
with shit like that if you just recognize things in a language that sound like stuff in your language. You'd be like, oh, it's a loan word.
I've always said
They're
this joke
referencing
that
us.
fucking Nick, just saying Nick's name sounds like you're saying nigga really fast.
In the right, it's got to be like a "What's up, Nick?"
I came up with a
with a
bit.
Q. Like you know how people say the N word with a Q sometimes. Come on, come on.
Oh yeah. I think Tupac would do that. He would say it. There's this. He would, yeah, it was just like it was like none of the consonants after the N. It was just fucking. It was just. It was just a pulse. Like
Nick with a
Yep.
Q, bro.
You know,
it's just. It's so. I had a bit like, what about the people who are like 0.6% African? Like, how much of it do they get to say? They
Like
get to
what's
say
the,
like
like how much on your gas tank meter?
Yeah,
do you have
like,
to go up before it's like
how much of
I
that
can say the
N do
N-word.
you get to say if you have 0.06% or like do you
0.06.
get
What
to the
about
start of the word?
0.4,
Or the,
0.7,
you know, it's just you just add a little bit more.
0.27. That's a
Like how much
good
of it do
question,
you get to
yeah.
say? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if
And
you
I came
look,
up with a bit where it's like if you have this percent, can you just go like, like
Yeah.
I think if you
like
look
you gotta
brown
stop
to the
early,
naked
fucking-
eye, you can say the
it's not a very
N-word.
good bit, but it was like interesting. Like,
That makes sense.
No.
I think if you could say brown to the naked, I think if you look brown to the naked eye, you can say the N word.
yeah. Oh no. Well, Indian guys sometimes will say 'cause
Naked
they think it's
eye,
okay,
define that.
but
The naked eye, like if you
Indian
if you,
as in from India.
Indian people say the N word all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out to Sahil, my home. I think he lives in India right now. I don't know if he's listening right
Shout
now.
out Akash Singh.
Akash Singh.
wow.
He'll never say it, but he can say it.
Shout out my sister's boyfriend,
Yep.
also Indian.
Hell
This is
yeah.
the only person I fucking know is Indian.
Hell yeah. That's how you solve racism, bro. For real. It's
Interracial marriages.
interracial dating, bro.
I
I
found
thought you were
out
gonna
something
say
about.
saying the
I
N-word.
found out something about interracial dating,
What?
and it said like, so the first part is gonna sound bad. So like the like race combination that works the least is like I think like I read it somewhere was like white women and black men, and then the one that works the best is white men and black women.
White
Like
man.
so like white people and white people, black people and black people have a lower success rate relationship wise than white men and black women. So it's like,
Why-
what's the
why
difference?
is that?
And I think it's got to be like some sort of social stigma against them being like sort of different, maybe.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's like because like there's the whole like when white girls date black guys, they aren't serious. They're like being shitty to them somehow. That probably puts strain on the relationships.
When
somehow,
white
stuff
men
like that.
date black girls, they chose that motherfucker for real. Like
Yeah.
it's like they know they want that one.
Because it's more of a leap.
I don't know if it's that. I think it's like
more of a risk socially.
yeah,
No, I think it's more of a risk socially for white women to date black dudes.
yeah,
still.
definitely.
I just think white dudes are just kind
what
of
I'm saying,
more. I think they're kind of more selective. Does that make sense? Like they're
it
just
depends.
like
Selective, like picky.
I think white dudes are so
Fetishy?
fucking. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how to explain this. To be honest with you, but it just seems like white men when they date black women, they fucking.
No, here's the thing. Women are more open-minded in that, so it doesn't really matter that it's white, that he's white, and that and he doesn't have the pressure of like.
Black women aren't fucking open-minded.
Well, now we're getting into subreddits.
I don't really want to touch on
I know
that at
y'all
all.
can't touch on that shit. I'm just playing. Okay, that might have been mean to say, but
From my experience, black women are like the best.
black women are dope.
Like
I was
black,
raised
black.
by
I
it.
feel like one of the things it's like where I obviously had to have been gay at one point and not just trans. Like like I had to have been a gay guy at one point. It's because I get along so well with black estheticians.
And you, it's your what's Pokemon. It's your.
Oh
first,
yeah, it's my fucking.
What a squirrel.
It's my
turn
Charmeleon,
into.
and I'm
Yeah.
fucking
Wartortle.
Charizard.
Yeah.
You're a war
So you
turtle.
become gay first, like
There's a
you're
Larvitar, Pupitar, and then
Yeah.
Trannitar.
Yeah. And Snorlax.
Tyrannitar, bro.
Dude, is that a real one?
Yeah,
That's
Tyranitar.
hilarious.
Yeah, we fucking know this shit.
You
This is
definitely
fucking-
have a bit with that, right?
I do not.
That's- you
I
should,
might.
for
I might
sure.
No, I
now.
watched Michelle do a Pokemon bit, and
It fucking. I didn't do a
it-
bit. I just did an impression because I was running. I didn't know what to do and I had time left.
And I was like, this is doing shitty. Because
It wasn't doing well because no one fucking knew.
'cause
And
no one
I
knows
did
I'm
Jesse
I'm
and
the
James.
only person in
yeah,
the
I know.
crowd that knows. What
And I was
the
like,
fuck
you know
you're
what?
talking
Fuck, I
about.
want to do it because I just like want to do it, and it's like a fun
Yeah.
thing for me to do. And I think it'd be entertaining for people who like this. So fucking, if there's anyone there, they'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
So okay, let's get in the so like, what? So Corona been happening?
I
Where
don't
you
have any
been?
jokes about Corona. What? Oh,
Where you been? Like what? Like
what have I
like,
been
how
doing
have
comedy
you-
wise? I've just
yeah,
been writing material.
straight writing material.
And I've tried to get really creative with it. Like I've come up with bits that are very elaborate and would require like multiple people.
Have you done any comedy?
I did. Oh no, I did one
Like
Zoom
skits?
open mic, and it was terrible. It felt just.
Zoom open mics were the worst.
It was atrocious. Like I was just like I couldn't even feel it at
You know
all.
what's
Like,
crazy?
It was like I was bombing entirely. It was like I was bombing to no one, and it was insane.
It-
It
yeah,
just
exactly.
Felt,
It don't matter
It felt
how
like there
you
was a
do it.
void in the action
Yeah.
because there's no response, and that's half of the thing. So
Everyone's
fucking,
muted, so it's like
No,
so
they did it where like some people you could unmute if you wanted to laugh. So that was kind of okay. No one fucking laughed though. So fucking.
And it's not
which
like
sucked.
Instagram where if you take the time to film something by yourself, you can kind of feel like you're doing a Zoom open mic. You know what I'm saying? I've tried,
Yeah.
like, you just feel like it just feels weird to me filming myself.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I don't really do it for things that are
I'll tell you what,
enclosed,
dude.
So
Bombing on Instagram,
Yeah, so
Is
at least you get
rough.
you get
That's
response
rough.
there.
but still, it's rough because
You
you're
get a
checking
response,
all.
and-
That's a long bomb, dude. That's
What about,
that's like a 2-week bomb
In
where
Zoom?
you're just watching your fucking video and
It's
that
worse on
bitch
Zoom.
still only got 72 views.
Yeah.
and like one comment. It's like that's
fuck.
bombing. Yeah, son,
I don't.
that's-
I haven't posted a video on anything since I was like 12 years old. So fucking.
You're gonna have to do that shit if you want to do this comedy shit.
I'm going to. Like
I feel like that's where the game going. Like
Yeah.
you're just gonna have to
I
fucking
have to be able to do stuff online.
yeah.
I was kind of thinking
Online.
of doing a soda tier list of all the orange sodas. Orange soda's my favorite soda.
do a
And
little
like
soda
getting
review.
all the
like fucking Keenan and Kel.
Welcome back to Michelle's soda review,
Welcome
Yeah.
back to Michelle Hart's fucking.
or as you
I
might
don't
call
know.
it in the Northwest, pop, or northeast.
The fucking Midwest.
I don't know. I call it both.
Just the north, really. Just the north and the middle, really. From like maybe Pennsylvania over to like Minnesota, south to maybe fucking Mason-Dixon.
It's the Midwest.
Yeah, but like the Midwest also includes stuff a little like Iowa and stuff like that. So I think it's like just mostly the northern Midwest.
No.
So from here to like basically just above Ohio, actually, just fucking, and then small chunks like on a strip below that.
Yeah.
So,
This
I
is a
think I
very boring
interrupted
thing for
you
people
with
who are
the-
listening because I'm doing visuals with my hands and it doesn't fucking mean anything. This is a terrible idea to talk
Yeah.
about this.
There's cameras in
Fucking-
the walls. Don't worry about that.
Awesome,
We got,
okay.
You're being recorded.
So that
No
time I
question that.
flashed you guys earlier, that's fucking.
Yep. We got to see them estrogen titties.
We weren't looking. We weren't looking. You
What?
flashed them?
No, I didn't fucking flash you.
It's like a guy who gets mad that he got flashed when he wasn't looking. Don't take the titties out when I'm
Yeah.
in the same room.
for me, guys.
Yeah. But I interrupted you
wanna-
with the Pokemon
I wanna
thing
see too.
because you were saying that
I'm
like
still-
when
I'm
you
still
were
washing my
gay
hands.
before you like decided you were trans,
Well,
That-
it wasn't
and I was saying, like,
necessarily
that's
that I
like
was
your
gay. I think it
Charizard
was just
or-
I was kind of perceived as gay because I was
Oh, I
pretty
thought-
feminine and I was a
okay.
guy. So,
Okay.
and I was
you-
attracted to guys. I was closeted, but I was attracted to guys. And
So that's
Yeah.
gay. That's Squirtle, right? And then
So-
you go to trans.
no, I think the
He's still. I'm trying to get past the Pokemon.
I think the like
I'm back
the
on it.
way before, like way in the like when I was a kid and didn't even know what any of this was is
Yeah.
probably Squirtle, and then finding out about this shit is like the into War Turtle and then
Yeah.
fucking acting on it.
Acting on his
fucking-
Blastoise,
his
nigga. Hydro pump, nigga.
Yeah, that's
that's
fucking-
that's estrogen pills.
No,
It's
that's
like,
fucking like polyrath. Like you need a stone to do it. You have to fucking
Mega punch, nigga. That shit fucking.
oh fucking
Yeah.
dynamic punch though,
Dynamic punches the shit.
dude. All of them fucking focus punch, all that shit. If you could find fun ways to do those moves in Pokemon, that's so much fun. Just like workshopping new teams you've never used in fucking old Pokemon games.
I tried to do that when I was catching them. This is nerd shit, but
I always
if-
default some reason. At the end of the game, I'm just like, I want to play these characters. I
I
just love them
played.
so much.
This makes the game really long, but if your Pokemon dies,
Oh,
you can't-
Nuzlocke.
Yeah, is that what that means?
Yeah. So is if you get to catch one Pokemon per route, right? So like you go to Route 1, you throw a Pokemon, catch a Pokemon. If you catch the first Pokemon you see, that's your Pokemon for that route. And if you don't catch it, you don't get one. Then if any of the Pokemon you have in your party faint, they're done, and you have to get rid of them.
Yeah, that's what I
And
was
then
playing.
if you white out at all, if you lose your whole team, it's game over.
Wow.
What does
That shit.
fucking Pokemon mean? The
Pocket
word-
monster.
monsters.
Yeah.
Damn, deep cuts.
Yeah. Dude, we could probably talk about this for a whole podcast.
I was a
Pokemon
Pokemon.
sucks.
That's when I was like, when he
Pokemon
showed
sucks,
up,
I gotta tell you,
I was
both
like,
of you.
fuck. Like, he ruined the potential for like a 30-minute Pokemon segment.
Well,
It probably
then
was
nobody
good.
would want to listen.
It was
to
probably
all.
good for the podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
if you want a niche audience, you go
Yeah.
up on stage and tell Pokemon jokes, and you two can do a whole fucking podcast doing Pokemon
yeah.
jokes only.
or just nerd shit, which is
Dude,
really fucking
I
popular.
don't have anything.
It's just
against
not really
Pokemon.
in
It's
comedy.
just not
I'm
a
just
good
saying, like,
game. It never. is a
what
good
do you
game.
fuck do you
Pokemon
mean?
was fucking sweet.
I
It
found
was
my
so much
Game
fun.
Boy Color a couple weeks ago.
Oh, the old Pokemon suck.
Ooh, I had
I'm
to put
playing.
new batteries
The old
on.
Pokemon was the best ones. The
No,
fucking gold,
the-
silver, and fucking
No, Gold,
So now
Silver,
we gotta-
were, Crystal
now
were
I've
okay,
split you
but
two
when they
apart.
added the running,
dividing.
that was when the games got good. When they added
they
run,
added the running, yeah,
that was when
that's
it was
it.
like, now it's not boring. Or like cutting off battle scene stuff where you can just shorten the time it takes to play the game. Because sometimes it drones on.
Yeah.
The games that made it so you don't have to grind as much, I usually really like, because it's like I don't have to fucking fight a
That's
wild
where you
Pidgey.
learn a work ethic is in Pokemon.
No,
You
that's
gotta
where
sit
you
there-
learn obsession. That's fucking
whatever you call it. You gotta sit there and raise your Pokemon, son. Like my shit.
yeah, you
Like I
gotta
gotta sit
fucking-
there and battle 47 Rattatas so I can fucking
take on Brock, maybe.
so I can
fucking,
take on Brock. Dog, that shit take
The
4-5 hours. You gotta
yeah.
put effort in to raise that Charmander that you,
get
just
a-
got.
There's
bro.
a
Do you
thing
get
in the
more
new
tax
games.
breaks for having more Pokemon.
No, you just kick more ass, dude. You fucking.
I'm telling you.
Dude, Pokemon's
if you pick
racist, dude.
if you pick
Out there
Charmander
catching
first,
living
It was.
things.
They didn't have any, like, you couldn't play as a black person until this most recent generation.
I heard that.
they have black guys in Pokemon.
Yeah, now you could be black in the newest game.
But it's
on
a
Switch.
Japanese
You
game.
fucking. Yeah, but the thing
So
is,
what do you
like,
need
it
black-
takes place in England.
No, I thought you
It's
were
like
saying I
the
thought you were
land it's
joking.
based on this generation is England. What's it called?
Pokemon?
Galar. The regions
like
are based on real
imperialism.
places. So it's
Pokemon
fucking.
is
There
about
is like a king
imperialism.
and a queen stuff and symbolism like that. It's not about imperial. It's about fucking
Gotta
freedom.
catch
It's like a
'em
communist
all.
society almost.
I know,
It's a
my
communist
destiny.
society built
That's a
on
fucked up show.
animal abuse. We're not communists.
It's
just
about
like a
animal
simple
abuse?
It's got. I mean, you're fucking making Pokemon battle each other to death. That's
just-
fucking dogfighting. It's
It
just
is dog
It's
fighting.
dog fighting.
it's dogfighting
But
where
you're
they
the
get
one calling them
burned.
animals. You're the one racist against Pokemon.
What the fuck do you mean?
They don't.
We're
yeah.
animals too, dude.
You're absolutely correct.
Dude, you imagine how
We're in the kingdom
terrifying-
Animalia. There we
What?
go.
What were you gonna say?
You know how terrifying the world would be if Pokemon existed for real.
Fucking horrifying, dude. There are ghost Pokemon.
They don't kill people.
Yeah, they do.
There's no.
There are
They do?
ghost Pokemon
Son,
that
the
hunt down
world-
children.
you
Drowsy
imagine-
wouldn't Drowsy steal children's dreams and
Would you
shit?
rather-
Yeah.
And
Dude,
fucking
could you imagine looking at a
Bayonet.
squirrel outside and that bitch could just electrocute you?
Oh,
Just-
yeah,
just
fucking
out the
Talking
blue.
about Peak?
Pachirisu.
Young Peak?
Young Peak, bro.
Dude.
Just running around, son.
Dude,
No,
how
dude.
dumb is it? The
squirrel
only
is-
thing they
oh,
could say
I'm
was
so
their
fucking
name
nerd.
twice.
Yeah, until
What?
they
Oh,
fucking
fuck
summoned a thunderbolt on your ass, nigga. You know how much that shit will hurt?
It would kill
That's
you.
why he was always my
Realistically, it would
favorite.
kill
I'm a
you.
basic
Imagine
bitch.
my dog just barked at you. Imagine if you could shoot fireballs out of his fucking mouth, dude.
Yeah,
It'd
that'd
be
be pretty
over
fucking
with, bro.
terrifying.
Dude, humans can tank hits in Pokemon for some reason. Like the fucking Team Rocket could take on a full Thunder Shock from Pikachu early on.
Just ate him.
Just fucking sat through
They
it.
just ate fire
Because
blasts.
Meowth also stuck to it, so they're at least as strong as like normal type
That
Pokemon,
nigga used to
basically,
shoot
right?
coins
Team
at
Humans
me.
Rocket,
just don't attack.
They're the original haters.
There is a
You know,
they are.
a
They're
monkey
just hating on
Pokemon
Ash.
that can control other Pokemon.
Dude,
So.
Pokemon, the show did not hold
Really?
up.
Yeah. The Oranguru.
yeah.
There's a lot of kid shows that just didn't hold
Yu-Gi-Oh
up.
though.
Yeah.
How about that? Let's talk about
Yu-Gi-Oh
Yu-Gi-Oh.
fucking sucked. You know what has
Yu-Gi-Oh,
held up?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
You guys
Kinda sucks.
hipsters. You
What
guys
I've
were
been
the old.
watching?
You guys were the
Yu-Gi-Oh
old school. Like,
sucks.
no.
I watched Cowboy Bebop recently. I was watching the first episode of that.
I didn't like that show.
Oh, I got into it. I also rewatched. I watched for the first time all of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Seen that show?
No.
That shit is gold.
You getting obscure with the nerdiness.
It's not.
now.
It's like really popular now. It's just like a newer anime.
What's
This is
your
one of
favorite
the most
Pokemon?
popular animes, straight up. So
Yeah.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
my favorite Pokemon,
Gold Duck.
Gardevoir.
And
What?
you?
Say Gardevoir.
Yeah.
From Ralts.
I wish you
Yeah.
guys just jinxed just now.
Yeah.
That'd be the cutest shit ever. Bulbasaur. and you guys like, oh my god! High five.
It's like you want to be a
Let's
comedy
play some
duo. That's
Beyblades
fucking.
later.
Oh fuck you!
Fuck a Beyblade. Gardevoir was dope.
You're a gay blade.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
Gold Duck.
Golduck's pretty fucking solid.
Gold Duck was bad.
Also, Machamp
The duck? He was just
and
a duck.
Blaziken was my favorite
Machamp.
starter. Blaziken by far favorite
Mewtwo was
starter.
where it was at. I had that holographic.
Mewtwo
Was my Smash main for a while, straight up.
Your Smash Pete?
Super Smash
He used to
Brothers.
fuck his Mewtwo,
main character.
Oh, damn.
on GameCube.
I started with Ultimate, but I did play on whenever I would play with like on GameCube. I usually did Ice Climbers because I'm a piece of shit.
Dude, I'd have beat your ass, dog.
You probably
Super
would.
Smash Brothers, dog. I'm telling you,
real?
dog.
For,
I was like,
for GameCube, you definitely would. For Switch, I would destroy
for
it. You'd be
maybe
done.
for Switch. I've never
Because the
played
games are
Switch.
very different. That's the thing.
But everything up the Wii, I'm whooping that ass, bro. I am
That's-
kicking.
I didn't really play most
your
of those games until
ass.
very recently. So
I will kick
Yeah.
the shit out of you.
I dated a girl who had Super Smash Brothers Melee, and that was why I dated her. Basically, that was fucking.
Melee was my heyday. No,
That shit
I
was
didn't
great.
mean to make that fucking rhyme, but
Yeah,
that
you
was
did.
my fucking.
No, it's fucking.
Melee was my hey.
You don't say something like that
fucking
without
day.
noticing.
If they had that shit online, bro, I'd be a millionaire, bro.
fucking-
a
Bro.
millionaire. I'd be.
You could
murdering
go
people.
back to Melee. You could be like a Melee player if you
What's
wanted. Fucking, they have tournaments for Melee still. The meta is solved.
Mine-
You'd
I
have to
will
learn
kick
a
the
lot of
dog
shit,
out
but
of people in Melee.
do you like know actual shit to do, like fucking combos?
I don't even know
like
what
actual
Melee
true
is.
combos. Super
It's
Smash
Super
Brothers
Smash.
Melee.
Smash?
It's the
Okay,
second game in the
second-
series.
Super Smash
Second
is
Super
good
Smash.
game. Kind of not nearly as good though as Mario Kart.
Mario Kart's
Nah, I like
fucking
And
Super
I
gay,
was
dude.
better.
Smash,
Dude.
I like
dude.
Super Smash Brothers.
Smash,
Here,
you
I'm
have to
salty
fucking.
because that's the
Smash
game-
is so
you guys
much
have a
harder.
game that you suck at. You just get whooped.
Yeah, Mario Kart.
Everything,
Kart?
Yeah.
everything with a shooter.
I'm
Dude,
okay
I
at shooters.
I used to get knifed by people in
Yeah.
Call of Duty. Like I didn't even see
Call
them
of
come
Duty,
in
favorite
match.
shit.
Call of Duty,
Fucking
Halo,
Tomahawk kills.
But Smash Bros.
Fortnite.
is
I
that
suck
to me.
at games like
That's
that.
the one
bro.
that I just fucking have been ass at.
Super Smash.
Yeah.
Super
So,
Smash. I was.
I
got
suck
a
at
resentment
most
against
games
this.
now.
I was nice at that game, bro.
I'm getting
beyond
better at
nice.
Smash. At Smash Ultimate, I'm getting pretty
Yeah.
okay.
Do you use the same character every time?
Yeah, I try to. I have a character that is downright my favorite to play. So
I can use
it's
anybody.
fucking Terry. It's the DLC characters
Really?
for the new game. They're fucking awesome, dude.
I can
They're
use
all
anybody.
S tier basically. They're all like top tier characters.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Like
I always play
Who's-
with like OG. Like I can use
Two-
anybody, but when I
three of
really
them are
want to
A or
win,
S tier.
Dude, you're serious about this
dog.
shit,
When
bro.
I really need to
He
win,
his eyes. He's like,
son,
I will whoop
I'm
your
telling
ass.
you, I
in
will.
this.
I was nice at this shit.
Damn.
When I really want to win, I use Pikachu. But fucking
Pikachu's fucking S tier in Melee.
when
so
but
S
like I
like
can
tier
use
ranks like A, B, C, D, E. F.
Pikachu and Yoshi. Like if this was a champion, like I was in a championship to win
Yoshi?
$100,000.
Fuck
It's Yoshi
you.
or Pikachu.
Fuck
I'm
you,
using
dude.
Either one of them.
Yoshi's such
dude.
a bitch character to play. I
I
fucking hate
love
Yoshi, so much.
dude. I will kick the shit out of people with Yoshi.
It's because Yoshi's fucking like busted.
King Koopa.
Yoshi
King
is the
Koopa?
shit.
You mean Bowser?
What do you mean?
We getting into some deep nerd cuts. right
Okay,
now,
fuck.
yo.
I mean Bowser is just a character in Mario,
Yeah.
right?
know
So
about him.
fucking.
We probably should finish
He's
up.
Joe
We should.
Rogan right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Oh damn!
Like
How long
he
have we
is
been
the
going on
boss.
for?
He's the final boss in the canceling.
I saw
culture.
that post.
Oh,
Dude,
fuck
and
off.
like that. I don't even make. I've never fucking done a little picture with a caption thing before. It's very easy.
A meme?
It's very easy.
Yeah.
So kids
It's
out there,
online tools
get
for it.
Instagram and get.
You never got into why like the Joey Diaz thing, bro.
Oh, do we have to?
Oh.
I mean, I don't really know that much about it. I don't.
He pretty
Fucking-
much just admitted to making girls
fucking being the
suck his-
Weinstein
suck
Academy.
his-
Fucking.
He's pretty much he just Weinstein.
I mean, he like
Weinstein
he's
comedy.
fucking big fat like kind of.
But he was funny when he said
Just
it.
like Weinstein.
But it was
It
what he
was
said.
funny when
What
he
he
said it
was
so
saying was
fucked up.
hilarious, but it was
Yeah.
fucked up. But it was hilarious.
Dude, I'm telling you,
But he
has
did-
said
he
much
admitted
more
to-
fucked up shit.
Oh yeah.
But that's on
Fucking-
Weinstein. But Weinstein is in jail for exactly what he just said he did, bro.
Basically, yeah.
So it's like,
On a much larger scale, but yes, yeah.
but like,
Like,
yeah,
don't you think
just
you should
make-
be like, if you can't get somebody, if you're the manager of Wendy's and you can't, get an employee to suck your dick, what's the point of moving up in the world?
It's fucking.
You know?
Jesus
Hey,
You
you want
can't
that
say-
promotion?
You can't.
I'm kidding. I understand that, but also like Joey Diaz, I don't know. I just think it was like
Wait, are you trying to
less
tell
of
us
a
something about
thing
your
back
gay
then.
coworkers?
I think it's
trying
just
to get you
stupid to
to
go
suck their
back
dick?
in the past. Like he's
Your
a
gay
different
bosses?
guy now. He has kids, and he is very
Yeah.
and he talks about it, and they still laugh about it.
Yeah,
and
it's all in the past, I guess. But it's
But all the
It's
past
sorta
is
like the
getting
thing
digged up right now, son.
where it's like
just
they didn't basically face any justice for doing a bad thing necessarily. Joey Diaz did go to prison for kidnapping that guy.
That's
but
right. Moving somebody into one room into another room.
It's
That's
just
all
weird.
kidnapping
It
is.
is
against
kind
their
of
will.
it is kind of weird that just people are getting condemned for shit that wasn't wrong back then, or wasn't like considered that wrong back then. That
It's very weird.
is wrong now.
It's strange. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
You know, that's kind of.
I guess yes, we're trying to establish basically a statute of limitations on
Yeah,
the court of public
pretty
opinion.
much.
You know what
And
that's
that's a really
saying? That's
hard thing
saying
to do.
If I was in,
Like, what's the
me as a
punishment
white
for
person
Doing
was
a
in,
fucked up thing 5 years ago.
right.
How many of the years do you have to be like fucked up a little?
yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
sure.
Like, if me as a white person said slavery is bad,
Mhm.
and if I was back then, I wouldn't have been like that. I wouldn't have been a slave owner. I would have been the right one.
Are you sure?
I fucking hope that's the truth, but nobody
No.
fucking
Well,
knows.
no, because you don't
You're
have.
not
You don't
going-
know.
You
It's
don't know.
so-
You weren't
because-
in that
unless
situation.
you're like a outward like thinker, like unless you're like a person who's very forward thinking, even compared to other people, and naturally
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Not just like following the trend.
Yes.
Then yeah,
If
I mean,
if
look
I had
what's
to shit
happening-
in an outhouse, I might hate black people. I don't know.
Yeah. Fucking.
I mean, look what's happening now. Like, look what's happening now with like, everybody being awakened with like, what's going on with the police and shit. Like we had no concept of otherwise. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you were back then with slaves, it's not that you were, you didn't think it was wrong. It was just this is just how life was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not
It was
really.
treated as normal. There was.
It was just normal.
But
How
the
things
argument
ran.
is that eventually there was people that realized, wait a fucking second, this
Yeah.
is wrong. So there was right and wrong back then, but they didn't know it. They were sucked in. It's like fucking Pokemon. Everybody got sucked in as a culture. Slavery is Pokemon.
Christ. Pokemon is kind of slavery too. I mean, the fucking people
Pokemon
and
is
shit.
definitely slavery.
Yeah.
Except that they have superpowers.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're gonna
That's
end there.
full score.
Hell yeah.
Full circle.
We had
Full
circle, baby. Michelle, where they can find your ass?
It's I guess the Michele Harte on
You just got an
Twitter
Instagram.
and Instagram. Harte is spelled Harte. Michelle is with one L.
All right, so look for Michele Harte on Instagram with one L and an E. It took me a while to realize it was an E on the heart. Nick, what you got?
You got a mink coat in that closet?
That's Emily's.
That's dope. Just Nick Kelley on Instagram.
Shout out to unemployment.
KELLEYYY. Nobody's gonna ever fucking add that.
Take them damn Y's off your
I gotta
name,
change
bro.
it to something, huh?
Just do Nick Kelley.
What should I change it to? Go on.
Nick Kelley.
I'm teeing it up for a roast.
Nick Helly. Fucking go a little
Next.
bad boy with it.
Next.
little.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
Flower
No.
boy.
Dude,
That works.
If that ain't taken,
Flower
I'll
boy.
be damned.
Nick the flower boy.
If it is, just go to fucking like 69.
Boys with flowers.
Boys with flowers.
Okay.
Or Flower Man.
I'm gonna change it
Flowers
to.
in the showers.
No, I don't like that. I don't want my identity.
Flower
to be
Man?
That I'm a flower.
Yeah, that's. I mean, but you are.
I prefer flower man.
Don't drop the flower. I was trying to do a shower.
Don't
flower.
drop.
Or do
Drop
something
those.
really, really lame, like Nick, like Wallflower, like some fucking edgy
Ew.
15-year-old.
No. Hot topic, Nick.
All right.
Yeah.
So Nick, y'all doing y'all got any mics shows coming up? Nothing.
No.
All right.
I didn't even know if there were any mics. Can we talk about that after this is done? Like
We can. And then I'm EJ Watson. Thank you for listening to Ride Along Podcast with 2 A's. Michelle, thanks for coming out.
You're very welcome.
Nick,
Ride along,
same.
motherfuckers.
Ride along, motherfuckers. And that is the podcast. Thank you guys. And listen to music, probably from Nick Kelley.
Also
Goodbye.
donate shit.
Look at those.
Oh yeah, and donate. I already said this already, but Facebook.com/Ride Along with 2 A's podcast, and hit learn more in the right corner, and give niggas some gas money for this ride. All right,
Learn
goodbye.
Going hard through the middle of the night. Some of them can't hang, but this when you come alive. You can't fuck with no lame, you need a nigga that know the vibes. Driving you insane, I hit that spot, you gripping tight. I'ma make them rock, I've been sipping, pass me the mic. Hit them out the blue, who knew we ain't need no hype? Who knew we was finna strike? We knew just what you would like. Exclusive up in the price, our story gotta rewrite. The glory come from the light, I'm one of the most unexpected to be doing this shit. They hear my shit like when this happened, yeah, you probably missed it. That's how I wanted it, no talking, had to build this shit quick, nigga. We had to build this shit quick. Sailing through the tidal waves, and if it sink, we swim with sharks, narcs, and niggas with clips that's extended. Ain't inviting drama, but it's safe to say we risked it. Niggas lurking, can't be certain you ain't finna get hit. Niggas tripping, we staring straight, we can't get split. Out in Cabo with models who looking for a quick lick. We just tryna get lit, release a little tension. You worry about your pension, we creating a suspension. We ain't want them no suspicion of ascension towards higher order. We import her from right over the border. She so gorgeous, looking like a king daughter. We running through the pussy in them speakers, we gon' slaughter tonight. Some of them can't hang, but this when you come alive. You can't fuck with no lame, you need a nigga that know the vibes. Driving you insane, I hit that spot, you gripping tight. I'ma make them rock, I've been sipping, pass me the mic. Hit them out the blue, who knew we ain't need no hype? Who knew we was finna strike? We knew just what you would like. Exclusive up in the price, our story gotta rewrite. The glory come from the light, What my niggas tryna do, the impossible. How we steady getting through shit, hit the fan, we don't fold. That's our faith and hope alone. Chasing passion, smoking doors. I'm too loyal to my home, that's how I'm built, it's in my bones. DNA and chromosomes, yeah. I see way too many clones, too many hoes in my phone. Been in the zone for way too long, back in the city for a while. But you say you thought I was gone. That's why I wait till I run into you on a late night. We can't detach, the attraction is deep as snake bites. Ain't even gon' cap, she bout action and her buddies the same type. The lights get low, she attacking. Especially when they snapping, damn, that boy raw as hell. And they thought we all would feel. Stress her mouth and jaws get hell. After daylights when we all could jail. Knowing your body all too well. Stand tall, can't hit a wall and bail. Going hard through the middle of the night. Some of them can't hang, but this when you come alive. You can't fuck with no lame, you need a nigga that know the vibes. Driving you insane, I hit that spot, you gripping tight. I'ma make them rock, I've been sipping, pass me the mic. Hit them out the blue, who knew we ain't need no hype? Who knew we was finna strike? We knew just what you would like. Exclusive up in the price, our story gotta rewrite. The glory come from the light,